The Cobra TV Subcasts are back. This time, live on cam.
Chris.
Hey, Cobra.
How you doing, buddy?
Man, if I was doing better, I'd be finer than frog here and split 4 ways.
That's awesome, dude.
The Cobra TV Subcasts, the show on YouTube where you get a voice. Dave, what's up, buddy? Thank you for coming out, man. Failed. What's going on, bud? See if I can make that chat a little bit bigger for you. Weird stuff on no YouTube notification today. Really? What's up? Evil Zez. Sorry. I think I have a hard time every time with your name. Some sites are reporting tomorrow? Nah, no way. Still 2 more phases to go. No. I wish. I hope. I don't think so. We're getting started here in just a second. Peaceful Gamer is in the house. Look at that, man. It is so cool to see Peaceful Gamer in the chat. All right. Thanks, Sean Sky. Yeah, I got a second day off this week. Can you believe that? And I'm going to stream. Yeah, 2 days off in 1 week. Wow. Yeah. No, I don't think you believe it, Dave. I know. I saw the SMH at the end of it, dude. I know. Thank you, Drake. Guys, we're going to get started here in just shortly. As soon as the countdown is done, get prepared on the last final things here. Crusher. What's going on, buddy? Thank you so much for coming out to the show. Voldemort Bro. What's going on, dude? Thanks for coming out, man. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to another live broadcast of Cobra TV, and we got a glitch in our camera. All fixed. All right. Technical difficulty. Problem 1 solved. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming out to the live broadcast. This is a subcast of Cobra TV. It is a podcast that I love to do with my subscribers because it gives me the chance to let them come on the show and voice, gives them a voice, and I get to chat with them instead of just commenting in a comment box down on YouTube. And come on the show. Look in the description down below. Add me on Skype and get on. We could talk about No Man's Sky. We could talk about whatever's on your mind. We'll talk about Waking Titan. I wonder what my description of the video is. Anyways, I never seem to remember to change that in time. I've got Iceman Third ID on the call. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, howdy, Cobra. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. We are on the eve of Phase 2. The eve of Phase 2.
The eve of the rest of our lives. Was that too dramatic?
Yes, that was pretty dramatic. Ties in the chat. Login failed. Just subscribe. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, man. You're a Cobra dude for sure. So what I want to talk about tonight is pretty much just the fact that this is eve of phase 2, and I wonder what it's going to bring. I wonder there's these tests that they're going to put us through are going to be harder than what they were before. So I wonder what they are, man. And then we have the Atlas passes that nobody's got asked for their addresses yet, and don't know when those are going to get sent out, and that's a little confusing. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean they're not. They were purposefully non-specific and mysterious about the whole thing. So I think that we're supposed to be confused. So I don't feel bad about it at all.
Yeah, I don't either. What's up, Colt C? Thank you for coming out. Soroka, what's up, buddy?
By the way, I think Grammy said that she wasn't going to be able to make the streams because she's going to be out of town. So I'm going to be trying to check out the chat and see if
okay.
I'm gonna try to fill Granny's shoes. I'm not going to promise anything because I'm not as good as Grammy. She'll just interrupt you, and I feel like if I interrupt you, I'm like, all right, boss, stop talking. You know what I mean? No. But
It's not like that at all.
I'll try.
No. Interrupt me. This show's for everybody else. It's not for me. So what I'm saying is not important. What everybody else says is important.
Easy for you to say. I'm not you.
All right. So this is a little bit of an unscheduled streaming. But I thought, why not, since I have the day off, right? We got a new show coming to Cobra TV. It's nothing special, but it's just some of the moments that we have in these subcasts are just amazing. Like 710-1334 joining last night. Definitely needs to be highlighted. Any of the moments that he's talking about the Galactic Hub and things like that. So I'm editing a video right now where the show's called Subcast Clips, and it's where I take those interesting moments of the long 1 hour to 3 hour subcast, and I put them in an easy to watch video, the things that I think need to stand out a lot. So that's going to be probably uploaded tonight. I don't know. We'll see how late it is when I get it done.
Well, I'm going to ask this question because I care about it. When is your Elite Dangerous stuff gonna be up?
I'm absolutely afraid to
I know.
upload.
I'm telling you, if it's anything like the video you sent me, it's going to be awesome. I laughed so hard at that video, it's not even funny. I mean, I loved that video.
Dude, we got Syrian Gaming in the chat. Syrian, you got my Skype, dude. Get on the show. You and Peaceful Gamer. Come on, man. Get on the show. Why are you in the chat?
See, this is why we need Grammy, because I totally didn't notice that.
I can't believe Syrian's here. Woo, big old shout out to Syrian. Message me on Skype, buddy. I want to get you on the show, dude. It's been so long since I talked to Syrian Gaming. So long. I don't think me and Syrian have ever had a long conversation on Skype. Ever. I know Peaceful Gamer's been on the show before.
Login Failed says that he's getting together a group of people to destroy planets. Anyone want to join? So we disbanded from the Atlas and only want to see the end of the universe come sooner. Join us now. That's pretty intense, dude. Like I'm not gonna lie, that's a little scary.
Yeah, that is. I
don't know how you're gonna destroy planets, but okay, cool. Whatever you do, man. You know what I'm saying?
You could put comm balls or comm stations all over the place that say kaboom, blown up, kerchunk. We got a caller on the show. We got Devood. What's up?
How's it going, Cobra? Thanks for having me again.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure, dude. It's such a pleasure having you on the show, man. What brings you on tonight, dude? Man.
Nothing. Just here to talk about some No Man's Sky for a little bit. Maybe, get pumped up for Phase 2.
Yeah, man. What do you think it's going to be? What's your idea?
Well, actually, Orbit TV, he had a great theory. He was saying that maybe Phase 2 and 3 are actually us kind of building the simulation. So I kind of want to go with that. It sounds pretty interesting to me. Like Phase 1 was kind of like setting up the, say multiverse, super Lumina, all those stuff. And now we actually have to build this whole world and simulation and get into it. And at the end, it'll be the 1.3 update.
Well, of course. I mean, what we're looking at is we're looking at the past. I think I touched on this on my last subcast. We're looking at the creation of the Atlas. So what we're seeing is not present day. So we're seeing Elizabeth create the Atlas, and obviously it's going to take over. There's a problem with the Atlas, and we're also seeing the creation of the Echoes. So it's a really cool origin story, I guess, is what we're seeing from everything that we've learned from the lore in the game. So yes, the last time we saw Elizabeth, nothing had gone wrong yet. She was in character. She was talking about how everything's going good and they're proud about the results that they have. Mm-hmm. And so I think Phase 2 is going to escalate. We're going to see the Atlas be created. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to do that.
Same here.
Cody Daniel in the chat says, what is the overall end game of Hello Games? What's their end game? Where are they trying to bring us towards?
They're trying to bring us to an update, I think. I know 1.3. But I think, a lot of people, at the end of the day, a lot of people have been screaming at Hello Games to be more interactive with the community. And a lot of people were upset about the ARG. It's taken too long. This is silly. This is stupid. But, they are interacting with the community through this very fun puzzle called Waking Titan.
Right.
Through role play, live streaming on Twitch, getting us playing puzzles together, solving things together. And I think that's amazing. It's amazing what they're doing. And I think they're trying to tell us the story of the Atlas and Echoes, and this update could possibly be like a huge story update.
That's interesting. I've always wondered what the end product what's that going to look like? What are we going to end up with? Even after we got 1.3, we've got let's say we get 1.4 and then finally 2.0 at some point and everything else. And when this is all said and done, I've always wondered, what is the final product that we've got in our PlayStations or in our PCs? What's that going to look like? I've always wondered that.
It's definitely going to be improved. Every time they do an update, it's always improved a little bit. But when I say story mode, I think there's going to be gameplay that goes along with that. It's not just going to be more text. You know what I mean? And that's it. There's definitely going to be a lot more added to it. Joining us on the call, we have the one and the only Syrian Gaming. What is going on, buddy?
What's up, everyone?
Look, Syrian's on cover TV.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look at that.
It's been way too long.
Oh, this is amazing, dude. I'm so glad you called in, man.
I know. I saw your tweet, and I'm like, he tweeted 8 minutes ago. I can jump in.
Yes, this is amazing.
So, yeah,
Are you excited about the eve of Phase 2?
Yeah, very much so. Like, I'm hoping tomorrow we're gonna get the email or whatever, and it's just gonna be like, hey, here's the info on the Atlas passes, and that would be really exciting to wake up to that.
It really would. It really would. Are you going to be pulling an all-nighter tonight just to see what happens?
No. I have gotten very little sleep over the past week. So although I would love to, I have tomorrow off. So I would like to get just those few extra hours in.
Oh yeah.
So I'll still wake up around the time that all the past events have happened. So I'm kind of hoping that they all line up. And after I wake up, it's something. Like I said, if it does happen the way it's been, I'll see something.
I see. Yeah, I work a lot, so I'm usually not the first person to get a video out. And we learned anything from some of the news networks in real life. It's not always good to be first.
Right.
True that.
Yeah, because what happens is people, I think, operate under a lot of assumptions. And so in order to be first, you kind of have to do that. You know, you got to kind of cut corners on logic. And then later on, you find out, ooh, I wasn't quite right about that, you know?
Right, yeah. But this Waking Titan stuff is so confusing that none of us are going to be right on anything.
Oh, yeah.
We say,
yeah.
Except for if we're just reporting on the facts that happened, like a puzzle that people solved.
Right.
That's true. I agree.
I've been wrong about several things. I was wrong that I've told you this in private and in confidence that I thought Reaction Faction was
No.
Start that again.
Come on, man. What are you trying to do?
That's on me. That's on me. That's not on you. That's on me. I was wrong about that. No, I thought he was a girl. And he totally turned out not to be.
Phase 2.
That's what it was.
Is
The subject.
Phase 2 is what?
The subject change.
Phase 2 is getting ready to happen. So I guarantee you something with Atlas -64.com's going. The CSD Atlas is going to update probably.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I don't know, man. Don't know what's going to happen. The only thing not the only thing, but one of the things that confuses me about that is if you go to the right on that website, and you click on that, the what looks like stars, if you try and save it, it actually it's titled map.
I noticed that.
Yeah, and then it says loop 16 up top. I don't know, man. Really confusing stuff.
I'm hoping that means, I like we said, it's all assumption as of now, but I'm really hoping that some sort of update to maybe the galactic map or exploration. That's the one thing I really want to see is some sort of addition to the exploration. So hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's going to be a heavy story element with this, but I think that there's going to be gameplay that goes with it. I think portals are going to be a thing, and I think they're going to tie into the story element. And there's that new ship. Looks like we're getting introduced to a new race. And then there's all those combat files that were found. A lot of theories going around that there's going to be a little bit more combat to the game, which I think, the pirates just aren't enough. Once you get upgraded, they're nothing. I mean, now in my normal mode, when pirates come at me, I just use my my lasers and they're gone. No threat, not at all.
All right. So here's something in the chat. Akado Kusamato says, time to trigger Cobra and everybody else, myself included, portals. And Ann says, maybe Phase 2 will start another stream from Elizabeth. What do you think about that?
Ooh, I would like to see that. I would definitely like to see that. Or, I hope one of these phases triggers a trailer.
Oh,
yes.
I would totally love that. A trailer would be so good right now. I mean, folks are chomping at the bit for a trailer right now.
Yeah.
At this point, a trailer would be huge, and realistically, anybody with half a good YouTube channel could get at least 3 videos out of a trailer. I mean, there would be so much to do. Okay, first we need to show the whole trailer. Of course, people want to see that, which they could go to the Hello Games YouTube page and see that if they wanted to, and then let's talk about the trailer, and then let's look at the trailer. And by the time we got to the actual game, we'd have that trailer so picked apart that, I mean, it's great. Maybe that's why we haven't seen a trailer yet.
I don't know. But, I think I would hate to see this ARG go all the way out with no trailer, and then we get the update, because I want something
that wouldn't be...
to stare at and to, want, you know what I mean? I want to see just a taste of it.
Yeah.
Just a taste.
It is weird that the only kind of real connection we have with No Man's Sky so far, well, like game wise, is that ship. And yeah, I'm with y'all. It's like we need something that's connected directly to the game. And I feel like maybe phase 2, or more than likely phase 3, is going to make those connections more so. But yeah, like even if it's not a trailer, just some more art or just something to kind of speculate about, or hey, directly tell us this is going to be added, something.
Right.
But yeah, I hope we get more of those connections in phase 2.
Yeah, I definitely want to see some more No Man's Sky flavor show itself in the ARG for sure.
Yeah.
Not because I need proof. I just want. I want to stare at something and for a little while say, I can't wait to have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So we got some people trying to call in. I got to be careful who I let on, because last week we had some trolls.
Trolls.
What?
And for 4 years, or 3 or 4 years that I've been doing Subcast, I've never been trolled.
Well, I do a lot of live streams, so trolls are like kind of a thing in live streaming. I mean, you can't get away from them. Once you hit, I don't know, a certain limit. Once you get to about 250, so I think that's when I got my first troll. It was about 250 subscribers, and ever since then it's been. Actually, lately it hasn't been that bad for real. But once I hit that like high water mark, it was just like, oh, that's where they're at. Okay.
Yeah. No R in the chat. Yes, that's Syrian on the show. The one and only Syrian.
Yes, I am here.
I'm not faking it. He's really here.
It's that strange. Who saw that? They replicated Obama with the it was straight echo video, like in real life.
Can you imagine the future?
you took that technology and put my voice in here.
I didn't really say that is going to be the most famous quote in history when that thing comes out.
Yeah, it will be.
It's going to come as a default thing to say on all cell phones. We got a new caller on the show. We got Jeff. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man. How's it going?
It's going good, dude. It's going good. We're just sitting here talking about Waking Titan on the eve of phase 2.
Right. Can't wait.
I know, man. What do you think? I'm going to get your opinion. What do you think it's going to be?
I have no clue. I have I had some ideas, but I don't know. After last week's conversation, I'm just like, it could be anything.
I know.
It was like,
once if you followed Hello Games for a long time, and someone like me who makes videos, once you think you got it figured out, you realize you don't. It's
right. No, for sure. Whatever you think you know, you don't. Right.
Yeah. The most obvious thing
do this.
Hello Games turns out to be false.
We do this funny thing of telling them all of our ideas beforehand, right?
Right.
Like we're on the show talking about what it could be, so it's like, oh well, all right, we're not doing that,
Yeah.
And they're probably sitting back there watching your show, going, "Oh, those are all good ideas," but that's not what we're doing because you already think that's what we're doing. So
right.
We kind of,
Game of Thrones.
We kind of
no, we're not going to do that anymore.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then you go down this whole rabbit hole of, well, did they do it because I thought they would do it or not? I don't know. It's really weird. It starts messing with your head after a little bit.
Right, right.
Boondock Games says that he loves your face, Syrian.
I see that.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but I thank them for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It makes me feel good. So yeah.
So I had a question. So with all these theories, basically all saying that it's gonna be somewhere between 1 year anniversary, that the update is gonna release. How long do you guys give like each phase starting tomorrow?
If they're both going to be done before the game comes out, I'd say a week apiece.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's something I've been thinking about, and I think we talked about it in the chat once. Maybe phase 2 will be the thing that leads up until the release, and phase 3 might possibly be like tied with the game, kind of to further the hype.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, you know what though? What if they decide to say phase 2 is when they put it on experimental?
That would be interesting.
And then phase 3 is the release. But timing wise, it doesn't work, right?
Let me talk about, the whole weirdness about, even when we're months out from an update from the past, with the Pathfinder and the Foundation update,
right?
The activity that we've seen on the Steam build was they would upload and then they would upload. And then
they keep changing it all the time. Yeah.
Right. Because they were testing it with the current build to see if it worked. Well, they're not doing that.
Cool. Oh, the experimental hasn't moved in forever?
Right. Okay. For 3 months, yes. With the last thing that was added was the old build test. But what I think is whatever they have is independent on its own. It doesn't need to be tested currently with what we have. And that confuses me. That really does confuse me.
Either that or they found another mechanism of testing it that wasn't
they probably have the other build, they're just not letting it out because that would give away too much information if they
are people able to pick out of that even though it's not even it's locked with a password?
You can opt out and opt in of experimental on Steam whenever you want to.
No, I'm not talking about experimental.
Oh.
The old build test, it's in a locked it's not experimental. It's in
there's another
Siren,
build.
Help me out.
Okay, yeah? I didn't know that.
Is the old build test, that's not an experimental, is it?
No, the old build test is a completely separate thing. So they have old build test, what is it, like private? And those two are just, maybe they're password locked somehow, or they might be just kind of internal. So yeah, I mean, I would think there's some way we could possibly get into it if we can crack the code, but for the most part, I think that's just
people smarter than us might be doing that.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been out already though if that were the case.
Yeah, but because there's people like just hovering on Steam, interrogating it all the time, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
The Epic Raccoon has a good question about the ARG. He says, how do we know that there are 3 parts? I thought there were only 2. So how do we know that there are actually 3 phases to the ARG?
Well, phase 1
PDF.
is what we went through, and then there was a PDF that SM wrote that said phases 1 and 2 will begin July 21st.
Okay.
Now, going back to that old build test, I remember, Cobra, you were saying in your streams that what if that old build test is like, it was done a long time ago, and like, that's why it's like kind of like a re-release of the game, just because, they had whatever they had like all this time to work on it, and they need this time to kind of polish it, maybe add more to it and hype us up.
It predates, the number on it for the build predates what we got. Not by much.
Could that be possibly like something that was saved like from the fire or the flood? Sorry, the flood.
I don't know. I really don't.
I mean, let's just throw more speculation in here.
Right.
That gets tossed in often, but I don't necessarily think so, because when did the floods happen? Was it about a year into development? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like the Christmas of like 2013 or 14.
I don't remember. I know it was devastating. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing an interview, and I can't find it for the life of me because I was going to put it in one of my videos.
I saw it on YouTube. Yeah.
But Sean Murray spoke about the flood, and he said we lost more than what we admitted at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's an old video. I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah,
I did see
it was like just luck, and they were rebuilding from shit that people had on their laptops.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Right. And so what their primary and backups died. Now, see, offsite backups, people.
Right.
People always say offsite backups, but nobody ever does it. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, what we got was kludged, right? It's just kludged together from what they had, and then the deadline doesn't change just because you have disaster, right?
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Peaceful Gamer. If you want to come on the show, dude, I want you to come on. I had Peaceful Gamer on the show a long time ago. If you guys don't know who Peaceful Gamer is, he is like lightning Twitter. He's like Flash on Twitter. When something happens with Waking Titan, he's the first to tweet it out. So if you want to keep up to date and don't want to be in Discord or Reddit or anything like that, follow Peaceful Gamer because you will stay informed with Peaceful Gamer.
Good to know.
We'll get him.
I wish I was helping out more with the stream, but I'm reading and I'm thinking and I'm listening, and this is why we need Grammy on the show because she's way better at it than I am.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't have no brain power for this, really.
I don't think Grammy really pays attention to what's going on in the Skype.
No,
she doesn't. No, she's just reading. She's trolling that little chat board, and then everyone, when she has something to say, she says, "Cobra!"
Yeah, I love her so much. She's amazing. But yes, she's
like kind of like Iron Chef.
I tell you what, you wouldn't want to make her mad.
No. She's awesome. I miss her. I don't want to do the chat window. No, thanks. That sounds like a shitty job. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. I'm not doing a very good job, but I'm trying.
So yeah, phase 2. I don't know if it's going to start. Okay, the company that's helping with this ARG, a lot of you guys know who it is, and if one of you wants to say it, that's fine. I just don't want to say it. But the company that's doing the ARG is from Canada. So, I guess we're waiting on their time zone for it to be the 21st, or if we're waiting for, I don't know. I
think it's in Central Time Zone, or wow, I'm drawing a blank. It's around Central Time Zone, so the time isn't that far off from what we are.
Okay.
It's
Canadian time zones are essentially the same as American.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's 6 hours from the East Coast. So
what? 6 hours from the East Coast?
Yeah.
That's more like Hawaii.
No, I'm talking about the other direction.
Or England.
We're talking.
Look at the phone. Thank you, buddy.
Or England, maybe.
Right. So they're 6 hours ahead of us, or 7 if you live where I live.
So that means that they're doing everything's based on London and that Greenwich Mean Time. And that makes sense.
If I lived there, that's how it would be based. Yeah.
Amen. Because they were already staying up all night.
Right.
Yeah.
Tim the Scarecrow is saying Eastern.
Right, Eastern on the East Coast. Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So obvious.
That's another thing. Where the hell did Emily go? It's like this adds to the mystery. She was all glitching out with time difference with Super Lumina and things like that. Mm-hmm. The other night, I know another YouTuber just uploaded a video about this, but the other night, a while ago, I was talking about how I think they're going to use Super Lumina as a cool little ARG lore to kind of change history with the release of the game. I mentioned this a few nights ago. And, when you think of Super Lumina, every other thing, all the websites, all the companies, Echo, Atlas Foundation, they all make sense. The only one that doesn't make sense is Super Lumina to the lore in No Man's Sky. All the other ones make sense. Super Lumina is the only sore thumb. So, you know what I mean? It's like, so maybe they created it as a fun way to kind of change history about the launch of the game, and I don't know. That's called super speculation.
Yeah, no, I get it. I love it because you're thinking with portals. No, you're thinking in the vernacular of what they're trying to create as lore, right? So yeah, I mean, as I was playing the game, get this. This is how nerdy I was, only in my head, back when I was playing, way back when. And when you first found the vortex cubes in caves, and there were a gajillion of them everywhere. Yeah. And then every time you picked one up, a ghost image would remain. If you went back and retraced your steps, they would be there, but not there. I, in my head, was like, oh, they did that on purpose. And then I knew at the same time that it was a glitch. I was like, man, I wish that wasn't a glitch, because what the little descriptor says that these things were used to test teleporters or something like that. So I was like, see, it's not a glitch. They're slightly out of phase. And that's why when you turn around, they're still there. You're like, what? See, so I was making shit up on my own. And I think that's good fiction. When the stuff that you make up in your head is better than what it's actually just a glitch, right? But I had way more fun making up stuff in my head about why it was reappearing after I picked it up. Yeah. That's good.
That's the fun about No Man's Sky, man. Your mind could just wonder and create lore itself, for things. Exactly. And that's kind of what you see what happens with Revenge of the Survivor. I name everything.
By the time Hello Games gets done to us, we're all going to be schizophrenic.
Yes.
Well, one thing. Well, so with the Super Lumina, this might be a little bit far-fetched, but so what if that's what they use in like the what is it? The plaques and the monoliths, and that's how we get the messages from the past or the future, and that's how we can interact.
Ooh. Right. Yeah, right.
I didn't think of that.
That's good.
Yeah, because it, when you think about, that's a really good idea.
Thank you.
But when you think about the whole like waking up, and then what the hell's going on, and then you just start playing the game, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like, where did you have no information? It's kind of like being a baby, but knowing how to shoot stuff. Oh, I automatically know how to like shoot rocks and pick flowers.
A baby that knows how to shoot stuff. That's how I describe it. That's good. I like it.
Yeah. But I mean, you have to question the whole like meta experience of that player in the game. It's like he doesn't know where the hell he was. He just woke up and now he's in this suit and there's the ship. And this, robot lady is telling him to do stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And why
what the hell's going
on?
Right. So yeah, and the time travel, every time you went to a monolith, like you said, there was like a past you, a future you. Are you gonna, and then how you reacted to him, decided whether or not you took damage or got a cookie.
Tim the Scarecrow says in the chat, role playing is a great part of the No Man's Sky community. Heck, just look at what was done with the Galactic Hub. So yeah, I think that kind of fits into what we're talking about.
Oh, definitely. I mean, with the war that took place and sending King Hova out there to kind of like one mercenary dude, just one mercenary stopped the war. He went out there to the other hub and the other, faction.
There's a competitive hub?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear about this.
So one mercenary was sent out and he started claiming planets and calling them, with the hub tag and everything of the other hub, and started laying down comm stations all over the place. And they backed off. They said, we quit. Just have them stop.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing stopping anybody from making their own hub.
Right.
Anybody can make a hub.
You said he was a mercenary. What's he getting paid in nanites?
We have a Crash Bandicoot just donated $2 to the channel saying in Super Chat, you are the best, Cobra. No, you are the best, buddy. All of you are the best. Thank you so much, man.
You need a soundboard for that every time somebody donates.
No, there's a sound. It says tech.
Yeah, but you have YouTube like muted so you don't hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I do have YouTube muted.
I have to step off for a sec because I have to call my wife. But I will be right back. Please leave me in the chat. No, it's just because she's out of town.
Yeah, if you get disconnected, all you got to do is just join the call back.
Roger that. Okay, I'm just going to mute. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's the automated voice of the exosuit saying technology recharged.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that on the last one, and I was like, wow, that's such a great idea. It works so perfectly.
Dude, and when a new subscriber hits, it says new discovery found or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's the one I saw. I was like, man, that's a great idea.
That tells you how long it's been since I've just watched one of your subcasts.
Wow. Thanks, man.
I have not had the ability to watch them until like last week, I think it was. No, Every time you would go on, I was like, oh man, I would miss it. Like I'd catch it 2 or 3 hours later.
Yeah, I love it, man. Just talking to the people that watch this channel is just amazing. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. Just being able to talk to them without using the comment section is the best. Absolutely the best. All right, so be prepared. I'm going to add somebody I don't know. It's going to take him a while to answer the phone.
Discovery uploaded.
We got Bad Boy 17 just subscribed. Thank you so much, buddy. You're a co-bro. Voided. How you doing, bud? Voided. New caller to the show. How you doing, buddy? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. This always happens with new callers, though. You ever notice that?
Yeah. He's got his mic working because I can see the little blue outline. Voided, what's up?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, there he is.
What's up,
Going
Vice
pretty
Man?
good, man.
Hey, what's going on? What brings you out to the show today?
Hey, Voided, can you hear us?
Voided? Oh,
maybe he only talks to you, Iceman.
I guess, yeah. Cobra TV, what do you think Hello Games' new IP will be like?
Discovery.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Simon R., thank you so much, buddy. I think, Voided, if you could hear us, you got to turn down your stream.
I'm having to mute the show. I can't really hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are you there, Voided?
Voided?
All right.
You should really put some instructions next to your tag, I think, in the description.
I should. Yeah. Because I think maybe he's got his speakers turned down or something. So Syrian, what's going on with your channel, man? Where are you going? You're covering Waking Titan, right? You're doing the recaps and everything like that?
Yeah. Still doing that. Got some No Man's Sky stuff going. Gonna be starting Elite Dangerous. I heard you mention that at the beginning of the show.
Oh boy.
So, yeah.
Syrian, you better start it.
I can't wait to see your first show.
It'll be soon. It'll be a little different from what I've normally done, but I've been playing it a lot more lately.
Are you gonna stream your first playthrough, or have you been playing it?
I've already done that. I've streamed it, I think 2 or 3 times, and have like one video about it. But I wanted to get into it again. I kind of got a grasp of everything, so yeah, it's pretty nice, kind of knowing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's really it. People describe the learning curve on it as a learning cliff.
Yeah,
so you just kind of fall off into it. You know, it's just there's no, you're not going to get anything right the first time in Elite. That's just how it is, and it makes for great entertainment to watch people play it for the first time. It's great. I love watching folks play it for the first time.
Just
kind of like No Man's Sky.
Oh. Yeah.
Because No Man's Sky, you know, there's been a lot of people picking up the game, and I love to watch people playing it for the first time because they're like, "What's this red stuff?" Like, that's plutonium, dude. You know, I'm just sitting there going,
it used to be everywhere.
Yeah, it's like and they're like, I don't need that. I don't think I need that, and they just keep on walking. It's like, okay,
and then you cringe really hard afterwards.
And but it's totally cool because I love seeing that because after 1,000 hours of gameplay, there's not a whole lot you don't know about No Man's Sky, and to watch somebody play it fresh and new for the first time is just refreshing, I think.
And you know what I was thinking about earlier today is that the changes that have happened over the past year. I remember seeing someone talk about how before you could just go get a crashed ship and it was more than likely going to be better than yours, and you could just rinse and repeat. But now it's so difficult to find like a 48 slot ship, where it's like we kind of took that for granted, and now things are a little difficult. Like I almost want to restart my playthrough just to see.
Yes, because none of the tutorial videos that came out with the first release of the game are applicable anymore. Because if that were the case, I'd be putting iron in my engines to refuel them. It's just like nothing's the same. And
there's a guy I know that actually just started playing, and I work with him. So someone else that knows about my channel told him, and he's like, "Oh, well, what videos should I tell him to go watch?" And I was like, well, you see, a lot has changed.
Nathan just commented saying that there's a No Man's Sky live tournament. Are you talking about the Gek Nip gang? If so, yeah, let's raid. Let's go over there and pay him a visit.
Speaking of which, tomorrow, I think at 7:00, me and Boone have got a game. We're doing. It's after the tournament, but we're doing an expedition match against one another, permadeath. What is it? Cage match. Me and Boone tomorrow, and it's going to be interesting. However, a lot of people wanted to see this matchup, so we're doing it. But I think it would be more interesting if Cobra did it. What do you think?
I'm not. Oh no, the cat.
The cat. What's going on with the cat? Uh-oh. Oh no, it's not tomorrow. It's Saturday. I'm sorry, Boone. You're right. You're correct. It is Saturday. But yeah, if Cobra did a permadeath match, I think that would be fairly interesting. Like Cobra Syrian. Have you ever done a permadeath match, Syrian?
No, I was about to ask you what are y'all goals with this match? Like, how do y'all?
Okay. So obviously, whoever dies first loses, right?
Okay.
But there's also a time limit. So if nobody reaches that time limit, if everybody reaches the time limit, like you got two players and they both make it to the time limit, they've got some sort of scoring system to see who did better at permadeath. I think it's like 2 hours. It's like a 2-hour match.
Okay.
And it's basically who can stay alive the longest. The last man standing wins to the death.
Imagine playing that straight and just everyone just does really well at it and no one dies. That'd be crazy.
That would not be how I would play it. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
We've got a new caller on this show.
Horrible at permadeath.
We got Andrew just joining the show. How you doing, bud?
Oh no,
Andrew.
Andrew. Oh, it's 4 hours. Okay, so real casual. See, I'm about to do this.
All right, Andrew.
On
Gotta let you
Saturday.
go, buddy.
I'm about to do this on Saturday, and I don't even know how long it is. So yeah, it's 4 hours. Might be a quick one, says Boondock. Yeah, it might be because we're both garbage at permadeath. Actually, I think Boone's a little bit better than I am. I'm garbage at permadeath. I can tell you that.
I've gotten into it for a little bit, but it's like I am way too impatient. So the planet I started off on was radioactive, so it was just constant bombardment, and I just couldn't deal with it. I had to find a cave, then go to another cave and wait. I'm like, I'll just go back into creative and explore.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's
you play on PC, right, Syrian?
Both. I play on both, but recently, yeah, PC.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I feel you. Permadeath is really hard, just because I reached my ship one time, and then guess how I died? I got into a ship, so my life support would run out, and my ship was somehow glitched above the ground. So I forgot. I just pressed square, and I jumped down to my death, and I had to like restart back with like no resources because it takes it away from you. That was really hard for me.
We got Andrew joining the call again. How you doing, Andrew?
Hey man, how you doing, Cobra?
Doing pretty good, buddy. Doing pretty good. What brings you on the show tonight, man?
I've been trying to watch the Subcast, and every time I try to get on, I'm too busy. I finally got on.
That's good, man. It's good. Are you excited about tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm still a little bit confused on the whole phase thing. Haven't been up to date too much on it.
Yeah, we're all confused really about the phases. Like, we don't know what they're going. We know they're going to be like what we just went through, but I have a feeling they're going to be shorter.
Well, I think the phasing, how the phasing originated was through the PDF documents that are accompanying the ARG, correct? Because it says like phase 1, phase 2, phase 1 of 3, blah, 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 blah. Is that correct? Or am I totally wrong?
Sorry, I had the cat again. Sorry.
You need
phase
really
1. Yes, phase 1 was what we just went through.
Right.
With the whole radio stations and everything. That came to an end, and now it's saying phases 2 and 3 are next, and phase 2 is going to start on July 21st.
Okay, so and we get all this. We've been getting all this information slowly drip fed to us through the ARG. If you've been paying attention, I think that's where the phasing comes from. So that's, you know, about as much as we do. You're just confused as us. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it has to do with a new update and everything.
Right? Yeah. Sure.
Version 1.3.
I've been speculating on what I'm thinking it's going to be.
Go ahead, man.
Like what I was thinking of, Titan, you know, it's usually that word's used for something that's large. Either it could be like it's a large update, or like it could mean that there's going to be like, I don't know, like some giant robot or something that's coming out to kill everyone. I have no idea. I've just been coming up with these random ideas of what it could be.
I think it kind of, you know, No Man's Sky is a big game. You know, then Atlas, you know, is anybody know Greek mythology with Atlas and Titan?
Oh, I'm an expert. No, I don't know anything about it.
Oh,
a
no.
little bit.
Come on, man. I think
I'm
Siri
sorry.
knows a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it ties in, you know, the names tie in with Greek mythology, but I don't think the Greek mythology ties in with No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I'd agree.
If that makes any sense.
You could stretch it, but for the most part, yeah, it's just stretching it. There's no real like solid connection.
Plo 617 says, "Is there a time tomorrow, or is it just on the 21st in general?" I think we had covered that earlier, but I think you missed it.
Oh, what time did Elizabeth go live? Well, that was kind of a different day, so
yeah.
Because I thought it was like in the afternoon.
It was.
Tim the Scarecrow's asking what kind of coffee I drink. Black coffee, motor oil.
Indeed, sir, like a man.
We have, oh my goodness, I can't even read your name. Ed? I'm just going to say Ed. Gesh Crusher 2K just donated $20 to the super chat. Second time watching the Subcast. Love your work, Cobra. Awesome show. Wanted to show some support. Thank you so much, man. You're such a Cobra, dude. Thank you.
Awesome.
Means so much to me, dude.
All right, Cobra, if you don't mind, and against my wills, I have to leave. But thank you so much for having me on the show again.
It's been a pleasure, dude.
Thank you, guys. It was an honor. Thank you.
All right. Bye, buddy. All right, so good caller, man. No Man's Smile is what he calls himself. Very positive. All right, well, we're 2 hours away from the 21st. I'm excited.
They only said it was two phases, correctly.
Yeah, it's not like we're waiting for... What's that?
They only said there was 2 phases, right?
No, it said phase 1 is what we went through, and it said phase 1's complete, and then phases 2 and 3 are going to pick up on July 21st. There was a PDF. I can't find it on this. It's not on this computer that I'm on. Let me see if I can find it.
Doomtooth says that his girlfriend loves her Death Wish coffee. Have you ever heard of
Death Wish coffee?
Yes, there's a coffee out there called Death Wish, and it's supposed to be the strongest coffee known to man. It's got like a skull and crossbones on the bag. It's awesome.
I couldn't do it.
Maybe I'll just sleep for several days.
Someone's asking if we're going to stay on until midnight. I don't know. If we can get some more callers on here, then probably. We'll probably stay on. I'll probably stay on until midnight. But as it stands right now, probably not. But if something huge happens, you bet I'm going to come online.
Someone brought it up to me earlier that maybe Elizabeth would come back with another broadcast. And I know she said she would, but do y'all think that's what's going to start phase 2?
It could. We're either looking for something like that to happen or for there to be a change in the Atlas website.
Yeah, more than likely.
Somebody needs to just hack their website.
I've tried to. I've actually tried to get people to do that, and they won't talk to me anymore.
Someone, Iceman's like, I tried to.
Yeah.
We need a dedicated hacker to do all this for us.
Just get into the build for us. Just let us play the other builds.
Yeah.
We won't need Waking Titans if that's the case.
Just send somebody over to their office, be like, all right, hand it over.
Yeah, right. Let me see if I can find that.
Which PDF are you trying to look for?
The one where Sean Murray left us, talked to us.
Okay. Hold on. I can find it really quickly.
Okay, great.
I'll just leave it in the messages.
Aunt Munn says it's Friday already on half the planet. That's a good point.
I guess we're on the wrong half.
That's true, but the company that's helping out with this ARG is actually in Canada.
Right.
So I would imagine
it might be going on Canadian time. I don't know.
Right.
Okay, Cobra, the link is in the Skype chat.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
No problem.
I heard that Canadians have the nicest clocks.
What?
Clocks?
The nicest what?
Joke. It's a Canadian joke. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, you said clocks.
Oh. Whoa, Cobra.
I'm like, wait a minute. Why? Wait, what do you mean? Whoa, Cobra. I thought he said it.
Easy.
All right, sorry. I misheard. There was a little hiccup in the audio.
We can start talking about that glitch in No Man's Sky again.
Glitch?
Yeah, never mind. Let's see. Let me look at the chat.
All right, so here's the PDF, Andrew. It starts off by saying Mercury process self-diagnosis generated July 8th, 2017. And it says engineering notes alpha 2621. We want to extend our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to the Mercury subroutine so far. We hope you have enjoyed the successful distribution of 180 access IDs. That's the 180 copies of No Man's Sky they gave away.
Okay.
And we hope you will also appreciate the other interesting artifacts we have in store for you going forward, which I think he's talking about the Atlas passes. We intend to keep the process alive until the completion of Waking Titan in August. So it says Waking Titan is going to be complete in August. It is important to mention that we are very excited by the coming phases 2 and 3. Input from the Mercury subroutine will pave the way toward new experiences in version 1.3 of a familiar universe. We look forward to the successful conclusion of this groundbreaking experiment. Regards, SM.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty neat.
No, it's interesting they mentioned Mercury. because Mercury is the number one. It's the closest planet to the sun. I'm sure that you guys have researched this, obviously, weeks ago, probably. Mercury is the closest to the sun. It's also the hottest, and it also transits the sun from time to time. On my PlayStation, I've actually got my screensaver in the background. You know, you can have those interactive themed screensavers. I spent like $1 and got a Mercury screensaver where it actually transfers in front of the sun, where it casts a shadow and you can see it go in front of the sun. And it's like they thought for a long time it was tidally locked to the sun's gravitational pull, and it just turns out that it just rotates really slow. Anyway, so that was a bunch of nothing about Mercury. So
Mercury is also HG on the periodic table.
It is HG on the periodic table. Yeah. Way to state the things that I didn't state that make you sound smarter than me.
I know. I was waiting for you to say that. No, the stuff you just said, that was smart. What I just said was like,
We got a new caller on the show. We got Shadow Pup. Shadow Pup, how you doing, buddy? Shadow Pup is not able to conversate.
You need a sound for that. Like every time you bring on a new caller and they don't answer, just push a button where it goes wah 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 to fill up the gap.
Those what are they? The stream decks. Just have a button ready for it.
Right. I mean, it happens often though.
Could it be a waking titanium instead of waking titanium?
TS Drum says Venus is hotter than Mercury, so I was wrong about that. See? I'm not smart.
Okay. So we're trying to add some more callers to the show here. If you sent me a request to be added to Skype, send me another one. So because I'm getting a little confused here.
Discovery uploaded.
Okay, we got Ellie and me. They just subscribed. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello. Who's this? Shadow.
Shadow Pup.
Shadow Pup. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm nervous. I like my first time doing this.
No, don't be nervous, man. You know what? I'll give you a little secret. Every time I do a subcast, I'm nervous. Every single time.
I bet.
So don't worry. You're with company about being nervous.
Okay, thanks.
So what brings you on the show tonight, man?
Nothing. I've been watching your subcasts for quite a while, and I've never really worked up the courage to get on it, but I was like, you know what, just go for it.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad you did, man. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. It's good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too.
So what do you think about the Phase 2 getting ready to hit?
Oh, I'm excited. I started following this back in June, and I was like, I wasn't really sure what was going on at first, and then like as it progressed more and more, I'm like, okay, this is getting interesting now.
Right. The problem, when I was reporting on it at the very start, I wasn't even for sure if it was linked to Hello Games, and I kept saying that. I kept saying, guys, leave me your opinion down below. There's no proof that this is connected yet. And then when they finally sent my package 9 to 16, I had the shipping label, and I'm like, I don't care if they're mad at me.
Yeah, I saw your video, and I was like, oh my god, he got one. No, like, congrats on that. That's amazing.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Feed a Bean says, please keep the stream up until Phase 2. And then if you don't have anything to talk about, then just put a countdown on the stream until Phase 2. So I don't think that's going to happen. That's just me talking, but I seriously doubt that we're going to be able to stream until Phase 2 hits. Unless Phase 2 hits within the next hour or so.
Yeah, not sure. We got a new caller. We got Lone Catam Aunt. Lone? How you doing, bud?
Discovery uploaded.
Lone. Gonna have to cut you off. Oh, wait a minute. He's behind.
Lone Catamount.
Oh, yeah, he's behind. Hey, Lone, turn down your stream. and make sure your speakers are turned up on Skype.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
It's okay. I know it's confusing sometimes. Lone, you there?
Lone, you need to mute your YouTube.
You there, buddy?
Let's try that.
You there, Lone?
Yeah, I'm still lagging for some reason.
You got to turn down the YouTube. Turn it off. Or, I mean, mute it. Whatever.
Mute it or shut it down. Yeah, he does have a significant lag. Yeah.
Yeah, just like if you call into a radio show, they tell you to turn down your radio. Same thing.
That's where you get feedback.
You guys can't hear my fan or anything, can you? It's like super hot in my room, so.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
We
I'm
can
going to
just
add
hear
this
the echo
Roberts.
of the YouTube stream.
All right, let's try this.
You're good. No, you're good now.
You there, Lone? All right, we're going to add another caller to the stream here. I'm not sure.
Uploaded.
Thank you, Takedown. Takedown Mac. We got Robert on the call. How you doing, Robert?
Good. How are you, Cobra?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Thank you for calling into the show tonight, bud.
No worries. I was watching Tuesday Subcast, and it's actually pronounced Edge Crusher, but that's okay. I'll let that slide.
Okay. Sorry, buddy. And thank you so much, man.
Oh, no worries, man. Listen, I love your show. I really do. I think it's fantastic, and I just want to show some support. But you're speaking on Phase 2. What kind of keeps bringing me back is your tape, man. 9 of 16. And I keep thinking about that spoken word part in the middle of your tape. And for some reason, man, that just sticks in my head, dude. I'm telling you, I really think that has something major to do with Phase 2 and Phase 3.
I agree with you. And the reason why is because there was a lot of content on side A, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just music. There's a lot of content. There's a spoken part on there, plus all that ambient stuff in the middle on both ends.
Yep.
And then on the other side, there was the ambient sounds that had like the it helped solve the puzzle on Waking Titan. But on the side A, there's no use for it.
Nope.
And that confuses me. And there was a lot of work put into that for no use yet.
Yeah, and if you think of those other tapes, there was really, you had basically some information in the tapes. Running through spectrographs, you had stuff pop up.
Right.
But your tape was so different, man, and that's what hooked me. When I heard your tape, I was like, oh, I got to figure out what's going on here. That's what really kind of hooked me into this. And I listened to it, and I listened to the audio from your video, and I'm like, man, there's something more there. That spoken word section has got to be the most important thing, because it was the trigger. It seemed to be the trigger for everything that came after that. I'm telling you, I think that's a big part of it, man.
I do too. And I hope, we get to learn more from that throughout the rest of these phases. I hope it comes back into play.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 2 hours to go?
Yes, we do. But I don't know if it's going to happen right when it hits midnight. But it might. We're not waiting for a broadcast, right? So it's not like we're waiting for some random commercial to play at some random time. We're waiting for a calendar date.
So where from your perspective, because you're kind of like one of the key reporters now, right? So you've got all your little informants out there, right? Monitoring all these gajillion websites and Twitter feeds. And so when are you expecting it? Is it going to be like try to stay up all night kind of situation, or are you just going to go to bed and hope everything isn't over by the time you wake up?
I work third shift, so
okay, gotcha.
I'm up at night anyway, so I'm going to be up.
Gotcha.
Even if I'm not streaming.
That's very convenient.
Yeah.
For you, yeah.
Do you think during Phase 2 do you think maybe the way that they're going to deliver the clues is through Elizabeth Layton's streams?
I don't know. See, the thing with the Phase 2 is she said it's going to get harder. A lot harder. So
there's been a couple of people in the stream that have actually commented on that. They think that Sean Murray is going to come up on stage on Comic-Con and say something. I seriously doubt that, but apparently Comic-Con's going on tomorrow. So those two may be linked.
I wouldn't think that Sean Murray would go on stage or anything, but maybe something might happen over there, but I don't know.
Because Comic-Con isn't game-centric, really, right?
Not really.
Very little, I think.
Yeah, not anymore.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of
it's possible, but it doesn't seem like if it were like E3 or something.
I was about to say that. It's like if they would have done anything for a convention, it would have been E3.
Right.
I miss Sean Murray.
Legacy and I tried our best to find someone from Hello Games at E3, and we just couldn't. They weren't there.
We got Black Note Studios. Yeah, Syrian was at E3. And I got some questions about that too. But we got Black Note Studios or Black Note on the call here. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, not much. What's going on, guys?
No, not much, man. Did I hear you say that you miss Sean Murray?
I miss his presence. Like before,
exactly.
Me too.
The game came out, he was doing interviews, and it was just good to see him. He's he's a cool dude now, and after he got all those death threats and everything, he just vanished.
I miss seeing him as well.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of for everyone at Hello Games too. Like whenever GDC happened, what was it, earlier this year, and Sean Ennis and did Paul have a talk too? It was just great seeing them on stage again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they did get all that money, so all they. So that's
a lot of it. Yeah.
They're on an island somewhere. What are you talking about?
They seem to be treating No Man's Sky as more of a hobby now rather than just a business, though. Like I see more passion in them.
Cool.
Lone, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, good. So we got the audio all straightened around.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. How you doing, man?
Good. Yourself?
I'm good. Little tired and anxious to see what's going to happen in 2 hours, if anything at all.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Right. We also have Matthew on the call, who just joined. How you doing, Matthew?
Pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, here's another one.
Sweating a little bit. Yeah.
Where's that button?
It's good to have you on, man. I know I had you on in the past. What brings you on tonight, buddy?
Not much. I just had a question for you about Phase 2.
I'm so confused about Phase 2, but I'll try and answer it.
Well, I just kind of want your opinion, really. So, like, you know how she basically said in the video that there was going to be these other phases, and she was kind of thanking us that we got together as a community to solve the puzzle. Do you think that the next update when it comes out, whether that's tomorrow or in August, that Phase 2 or 3 will be a community-driven event where we've got to solve the puzzle in-game?
That's what I'm hoping. I don't know, but I really hope. But see, the thing is, I don't see Hello Games going past the anniversary date to release 1.3. I don't see that. I think that would be bad. People would get pretty upset. So it said Waking Titan will be complete in August. Now, that could mean all the way up to August 30th, right? The end of August, and that we could get it on the anniversary date, and that phases 2 and 3 could play out the rest of August, or maybe phase 3. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I know she did say something about there's going to be community-driven test and test for individuals. So that's a little weird. Maybe she was talking about the survey.
I think it'll be more of Waken. I don't know that we're going to have in-game stuff. I think Waken Titan is just that, Waking Titan. I think the next phases are going to be more of the ARG. I really don't think they're going to be part of the update.
Well, when you sign up for the Citizen Science Division and you go through the survey, one of the questions it asks you is, do you think you could run your own simulation? And so I was just kind of took that as a clue. Maybe that means that we're going to be involved as a community somehow in the games. Obviously, Pipe dreams.
Right.
And that's one thing too I was thinking of. It's we haven't had that connection, and Hello Games haven't come out to say anything directly like anything related to the ARG at all. It's just kind of been like, oh, you know, they retweet a couple pictures here and there, nothing Waking Titan related.
Right.
So it's like, I don't think they would necessarily come out to say anything about it until the end. So would they kind of incorporate with the game, like sending us into the game more? I kind of agree that it may or may not happen, but if Phase 3 were to release at the same time as the update releases, I feel like it would become tied in together officially.
If there was like a large scale like quest or something.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Like you have to travel to like certain systems to find specific clues, and once they're all put together, you awaken the Titan or something. I don't know.
Have any of you guys played Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
Everybody's played.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a pipe dream thinking to myself, I wonder if if it's like waking up in Assassin's Creed and you're in a completely different world.
Has anybody ever discussed the fact that Waking Titan may actually be Hello Games being what they originally wanted it to be? And that's what they mean by Waking the Titan, is this is the Titan of space games.
I've expressed that opinion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got Jamie on the call.
Hey.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm all up for the 21st, man.
Yeah. Jamie here hangs out in Discord, and he's with all the guys that are solving the puzzles. And
don't tell them I'm always hanging around, but yeah.
No, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way. Meaning the first person's going to hear something is going to be you.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of those
read
censors.
every little bit of everything everyone says.
Right. So what are you excited for with Phase 2, man? What do you think it's going to be?
I'm excited that maybe us individually will get to do stuff with, like, we'll actually do stuff on our own instead of doing stuff as a group as well.
Right. She said
That's
that
just a guess.
on the Twitch.
Yeah.
No, she said that. She said individual and as a team. So I think, yeah, we're going to see. But, you know, I think the Mercury subroutine process said that they're going to keep that alive and will help pave towards new experiences in version 1.3. So what is that? Like ideas for what we want in the game?
New experiences in a familiar universe.
Right.
So maybe they don't reset the universe. Maybe it's just new experiences in the game that we already have, and they just keep adding things.
I think that what they meant by familiar universe was just like nodding at the fact that, hey, this is not Hello Games, No Man's Sky. More so we may see a universe reset. I don't necessarily think they were counting that out with that statement.
But they rebooted the universe or the galaxy or whatever when they did the Foundation update. And for the most part, you got your stuff back, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that was different were the planets. Well, okay. Right. Who would be against a universe reset?
Not me.
I'd be totally cool with that.
I would be okay.
Because progress is like, I mean, the people running the hub would probably be pissed if the hub was all just gone, right?
Yeah,
that would suck. Right?
That would go down in No Man's Sky history as the Armageddon.
Yes. Well, oops, ants, that's what happens in a simulated universe.
Well, I mean, but everybody would still be in their own same locations. The only thing that would change would be the naming, and they've already got the system of naming things. So they just really have to just go back and rename stuff, and they could fix a lot of stuff that people renamed improperly anyway. So I don't think it'd be that bad.
No,
I think it's got to be worth it, though. You know what I mean? Just restarting it for the sake of hardly anything noticeable, I think that would be bad. But if it's like a big overhaul,
if it deleted like discoveries and planet naming and system naming, that would be kind of like disruptive to the community at this point.
But it's all about payoff.
I would be okay with it, me. I would be totally fine with it, but I'm sure a large swath of the community would be like, WTF with Tango Foxtrot.
Are we talking about a reset or a reseed, though?
Whatever. I mean, just whatever they do, because I mean, there's different, obviously, levels of resetting. If they reset it, and that just means like they had to reboot a server and nothing changes, whoop, big whoop. I mean, a significant, naming deletion. Yeah. Everybody's back on ship 0 in a random location in a completely rebooted galaxy, and we're all in Euclid again, right? That would make people mad.
Oh yeah, that would definitely.
They reseeded it right before the first. What was the day 1 patch? There was, the game was released and people were getting early copies. Then they had that day 1 patch that came out, and they said they reseeded the universe. So everything that everyone did before that release patch
was gone.
It was all reset.
Right. So I don't think they have the latitude to do that now.
I think everyone kept their saves. Is just since they added so much with 1.3, which was like the day 1 patch, they recommended that people
just restart.
Yeah, restarted because they missed out on so much stuff.
Yeah, because I didn't lose anything when the last reset.
Yeah,
Doomtooth says if he loses his Atlas stones, he's gonna be mad.
I've restarted so many times just for fun now. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. It's not really about that for me. It's more about just like, I like restarting because I think the beginning of the game was really fun. And then you run out of stuff to do. And so I want to do it again.
How about
I'm
you,
in the
Cobra?
same boat.
Yeah.
I would be okay with it. What was the quote for simulated universes from the survey? Exactly. Would you be able to?
I can find it.
It was something about like, would you be able to run a more complex simulation if you knew your current simulation, what you were in was a current simulation? Would you be able to run a more complicated simulation inside that simulation?
Right.
Probably.
That's exactly what the question was, for sure.
Unless you came up with a way better compression.
So it's a stretch, but what if we could customize our own universe?
I answered that yes, you could run a more complex simulation based on the theory that the current simulation was not running at the maximum ability of that simulation.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
I hear an opening for physics to be involved.
I wish they were.
Planet collision, buddy.
Oh man, that'd be nice. That would really be nice. Imagine getting your ship, having to get the heck out of there super fast.
I used to think that's what No Man's Sky was gonna be about. You would see like an asteroid or something flying at you, and you'd be like, "Oh no, you gotta leave."
Well, you remember when 65 Days of Static did their live thing, and then the screenshots behind them, which they were playing in front of, actually showed a ship going into the sun.
It showed a planet going into the sun.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're looking at a mix between No Man's Sky and Universe Sandbox 2. All right.
We got Rudy on the call. What's up, Rudy?
Hey, what's up, Cobra? What's up, guys? How's it going?
What up, Rude TV? How's it going?
What's going on, man?
Hey. Nothing much. Waiting for tomorrow.
Tonight.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Couple hours, something.
Well,
it's tomorrow, but we're thinking it's going to be London time.
Oh, that's right.
Or Canadian time.
I think it's going to be Canadian time because it's already the 21st in London.
Canada actually.
Yeah, London's like 6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Canada stretches over 5 different time zones.
It does.
Yeah, but they still have an east, central, mountain, and Pacific.
So
the ARG company is based in Montreal, so they're on EST, so it's 10:30 there.
Yeah. Yep. I'm in Eastern time zone, so I'm watching.
I didn't know if I was. I don't know if I was in the people who could say that group on the air. I didn't want to be the first one to put that out there.
It's something they would do too. Like everyone's getting ready to go to bed at midnight. And why not? What time should we do this? Let's do it at midnight. Keep everybody up.
I got
Thursday night.
My next week, waiting for the email.
Hey guys, I have something to share. I don't know if this has been said or earlier or not, but I was playing No Man's Sky today, and in your discoveries, when you look through all the systems and planets you've been through, if you look through like some of the icons, like okay, let's say you're looking under a system and all the other planets you've been through, if you look through that the planet icons, some are just normal circles, but then there's some planets that are the normal planet logo, but there's dotted lines around it. Do you know what that means?
No.
Possibly. Does it mean it has a moon or?
Yeah, it's that's what it means. It's a moon. Those dotted lines represent that planetary body is a moon.
Okay.
I just figured that out like a month ago.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering what that was, so I was just kind of curious. I don't know if that was new or is it recently added or not, but okay, that answers it.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody been having like an unusual amount of like glitches and crashes in their game recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
This morning, I decided to finally play No Man's Sky. Like, no videos, no commentary. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to play just for me. I'm going to have fun, and I did. I had so much fun, man. Couple hours, and it crashed on me. It was weird.
Delete your shader cache.
No, this is on PS4.
Oh, whoa. Holy cow. What the heck?
I don't know.
Okay, so that must be server thing.
Right. Well, I've been speculating with a buddy of mine, and he feels that like potentially, phase 2 starts with an update, and usually just before an update, we tend to have crashes and weird things happen. So that's why I asked.
Well, I think that it has a lot to do because I haven't been playing. I'll just be honest with you guys. I haven't been playing No Man's Sky. I've been playing Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous.
Oh,
Exact same way.
How could you?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Elite
I tried
Dangerous
the demo and it was way too damn hard for me. I couldn't even land.
Well, I think what the PlayStation Network has had a couple of updates, and I think that it's causing some server problems with companies that have not updated their firmware to fit the new PlayStation server updates. I think that's what's causing it.
I mean,
That's
it's an awesome game. It's an awesome game. It's really more like a space simulation. It's very realistic. So I like you said, you had problem landing. I mean, yeah, that
it's hard on purpose.
Right. Yeah.
The flight stick is the way to go for that.
Elite's not that bad. If Boondock can fly the ship, we all can fly the ship.
Shots fired.
I'm sure I could, but it just pissed me off to the point where I was like, I'm gonna refund. And I was still into No Man's Sky, so maybe someday I'll get into Elite Dangerous. Maybe.
We are the happy few.
Says Phase 2 and 3 are Atari box exclusives. That would be kind of cool. Is if they sent out the next batch of puzzles, not on cassette tapes, but like on Atari cartridges, because I still have my Atari.
Great.
I still have.
Wow.
Yeah, all my games, and it works.
Wow.
I'll come over and we can play Pitfall.
Atari.
Yes, Pitfall was one of my favorite games, man. Pitfall, Enduro, Combat.
Asteroids.
Yeah.
Yars Revenge.
You have the 2600, 7800.
You guys heard it here first, folks. No Man's Sky is coming out on Dreamcast.
Dreamcast 2 is launching, and No Man's Sky is going to be that exclusive. No Man's Sky 2.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. No Man's Sky 2.
A Cobra exclusive.
Yeah.
Weren't a lot of people from Hello Games at one point joking on Twitter about the Dreamcast 2? There you go. There's the connection.
Granted,
You guys ever thought about what is the meaning of No Man's Sky?
What's that?
It's not one man's sky. It belongs to everybody.
Yeah. Scranton Music Official wants to come on the show to talk about something weird. It seems like we always have a caller on the show talking about something weird, so we haven't had one yet. So Scranton, send me a message on Skype. We'll have you come on.
Well, we can start talking about weird stuff.
You heard about Star Citizen?
Here's something weird. There's no female characters in the game. #feminism.
There should be females.
I don't know.
They are females. They just look them out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you be able to tell a female Viking from
Well, they
another?
talk about females, but they don't show any.
I heard the
Or
gecko.
do they?
Gecko female.
Well, isn't not?
I've seen a couple of geckos batting the eyelash.
I thought
That doesn't make them female, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but they ask you to marry somebody in the game.
Yeah,
I
Really?
I always thought Nada was a female.
Me too.
And then your Viking scientists there, one of them was talking about how his family and everything gets killed.
Right.
Maybe that one Viking was a guy, though. I mean, you don't know.
Aliens are a lot less hung up on gender than we are. So.
Well, they suffer from genderplex anyway, so.
Yeah, but, it's just how many genders are there? Yes.
Hashtag feminism.
All of them.
Yeah.
There's 18 quintillion
genders. Yeah. There you
go. Boondock says that he's seen a Viking with lipstick on before.
Ooh. I'd like to see that picture.
You sure that wasn't a graphic setting?
Yeah, it could have been a graphic setting.
That was
maybe a weird lipstick glitch.
That was the porn filter.
Oh, there we go.
You got a new caller on the show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man. Not much. You said something weird was going on that you want to come on and talk about.
I'm glad I could get into the show because I was trying to do that for like 2 days. So.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad you got into the show.
I had a lot of stuff to do, so it's not your fault. Don't worry. That's okay.
All right, awesome.
So the thing is, like as you said, like there's a lot of stuff going on with No Man's Sky, really weird stuff, right? But the thing is, I hope my quality is good. By the way.
That's perfect. Yeah, great. Crystal clear.
Thank you. So the thing is, I have all the pictures taken just in case. I was doing documentation and everything because I was like stunned, right? Because the moment I went to No Man's Sky, it was like after a long time. So, I wanted to just chill, on a game after some time. And the thing is, I obviously use mods, but do not get alarmed. This was nothing to do with mods. I made sure to check on that, right? Because nothing that was going on, like in the game at the moment, was at all like have to do with mods, right? Because if this would be the case, it would be on the Google, it would be on the mod section of the No Man's Sky. I'm pretty sure you guys know it if you play on PC.
Sure. Yeah.
So the thing is, when I got to one of the systems, there was a space station that looked like Atlas. Like literally, there was nothing else to it, just literally like Atlas. When I went inside, there was a random gek sitting in front of the freaking the Bay Area, right? When I went to it, it had no name, no info. So I just clicked on it, and as it went with the text, it said something about like a courier, like an item that I should like deliver because otherwise the race would like die or something. I was like, what? Hang on. What's this? Like, so I accepted it, and he gave me an item, and that item I never seen in the game before. And what it said was it was a heart of the sun. So I was like, what? Like, have you ever heard about Heart of the Sun as an item?
No, man.
So
somebody cue X-Files music.
Explode.
I literally have pictures, so I can show you all this stuff. Like, if I would be making this up, I would freaking shoot myself. Like, that's horrible.
You should upload those.
Did you turn off your mods to see? Did you turn off your mods to see if it would do it without mods?
I didn't do that. I need to do that, and in case if that will be the case. But as I said, like the thing is, there is no mod that would do that because if I search for that in the mod section, I know what I'm adding to the game. Unless it would change something like in a system, then sure. But I don't think that would be the case. But you have a point there.
Theoretically, you should definitely verify that with no mods, because if I'm a mod maker and I just want to make somebody's head explode, I just throw that shit in there. You know.
It goes back to the guy that we had on Three Big Ball. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where
are the pictures at?
Same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna send it. Hang on, because
are they on Twitter?
Yeah. Take all your mods off, man, and repeat the process.
Yes.
Are your pictures on Twitter?
Because all the mods can have a cumulative effect.
Because you should make a video and then put it on Cobra's channel. make the internet's head explode.
and just like the big ball guy, even if it ends up not being anything, hey, it's pretty cool.
It would still be yeah, exactly.
It's definitely entertaining.
It's definitely that was my point exactly. I was like,
I had a dream once when I started playing No Man's Sky that like I went into this base and then some pirate came up to me and said, "Hey, I've got a job for you. There's this asshole I want you to kill." And I was like, "What?" Yeah, I want that to happen. And then I woke up, and then
time to put down the controller.
Dude, I want to be a bounty hunter in No Man's Sky, straight up.
Oh, we got a new caller on the show. We got I Am Brian. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Cobra? How you doing, guys?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Glad to have you on the show, dude. It's a pleasure. What brings you on tonight?
Thank you so much. Just waiting the new phase 2 coming up. Still up to midnight. Just waiting. Guys, by the way, sorry for my English. I'm not that good.
Oh, it's all good.
You're
great.
Some of us aren't good at English anyway.
I understand you. So you're good, man.
I think there's many people who are not even from England, or USA, so that's fine.
Yeah.
There are Americans that I can't understand.
That's just a regional dialect.
Hey, go grab
questions. Language is English and bad English.
What I was getting ready to say completely escaped my mind.
What would you do if Emily called in the show?
I'd freak out. I would absolutely freak out.
What happened to her?
Started phase 2.
Yeah, she became a Korvax Echo. That's what happened to her. She's in the game.
Cobra, is this why you started the stream? Cobra's been in on it.
I'm from the future.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Super Lumina. That's the connection we were talking about earlier.
So all the pictures. Thank you, Fetty Bean. Who's got the stream turned up? Testing. Awesome. Nope.
Yep. Nope.
Not me this time.
Figola.
Echo.
Whatever that is.
It's Super Lumina. It's messing with us.
Oh no!
Sad, Mary.
Emily is coming.
All right. Who's got the stream up a little bit too loud?
No one.
The echoes are starting up again.
That's weird.
Those damn Korvax.
I'm Brian. Is that you? I'm Brian.
Nope. Check 1 2 1 2.
My name is Jeff.
From
Your name is
Overwatch.
Jamie.
Oh, they're gone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, Fed something or another wanted to see the pictures. Did you put them in the chat?
Oh yeah, I'm putting them right now. There's the first one. So if this is like made up, I'm gonna send even more. But if this is made up, I freaking applaud the modder. It would be amazing. Like it was pretty fun though. Like I had to say, like it was random. It came from nowhere. So
these modders are crazy, dude. I've seen ringed planets in third-person view for ships with some of these mods. I mean, these guys they're getting good.
The third-person ship view looks awesome.
Yeah, and I know it's coming. I mean, don't you feel that? It's got to be coming.
I don't know. They seemed very not against it, but they seem like they wanted to stay with first person. Because I know it was asked in an interview once. I just don't remember where or anything.
If that is a mod, that's a pretty legit icon for a mod.
I'm trying to get it pulled up for everybody else on YouTube here.
That's like pretty legit.
And it's just weird because, I was searching for these items as, because they're valuable curiosity, same as the stuff that you can buy, and they're nowhere to be found. So that's kind of weird. Like, if it will be a mod, it would surely be like somewhere. And unless somebody just did it like randomly as a glitch or something, some weird
total value 1 unit.
Yeah. Like, it has no value on the market. Yeah.
Why?
It's like the most valuable unvaluable. Got no words.
All right, so you see a black screen there. I'm going to go ahead and tell me if you can see it here in a second.
Can you guys read that text? What does it say?
Something nanoed.
It says an atlas seed containing a time-locked quantum cilia? Suspended in a photonic shell. No others are known to exist. Heart of the sun.
And this was given to you by a Gek just sitting in the hall?
Yeah, after this was like you literally, it starts a quest, like a random quest, and it shows you literally where to go, and it's like a station, or not a station, like the building where you like manufacture like technology, and you basically retrieve the first item that you get, which is the Heart of the Sun, and then it gives you this nanode, and then you go to the ruin, which is underwater, and it gives you another item, which is what is it called? Dark matter, which I was like totally stunned because like that's nothing like a antimatter, right? So it's like dark matter is something crazy compared to that, right?
No, I've never seen dark matter in the game either.
Yeah, same. So
Not in this game.
Wait, you have another picture with an icon with dark matter?
Yeah, that's on the last picture. Yeah.
Last picture.
Wait, that's weird because it says for the dark matter, it says it's an atlas seed shell encompassing a void element harvested from the collapsed state of the last universe.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Toxic if ingested. That's interesting.
Wow. Whoever wrote
Before
it.
we put the tinfoil hats on, we got to see if that's a problem with the mods.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see that too. Yeah. Because I'm pretty positive.
One of the
about
mods
that. Like,
is it totally redid all the objects of stuff and renamed them and with pictures. So it's doable in a mod.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Because
make
if it's not a mod,
new stuff, yeah.
I'm
if it's
gonna
not
boot
a
it all
mod,
over the house.
yeah, that's
So I
kind
have
of,
I have another question. On the
So that
dark-
means you still have all this stuff? You kept it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Well, on the dark
it's not a
matter
mod.
picture, on the bottom row, what is that ribbon?
Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know.
I don't know if people can see that or not. I wish you kind of had these uploaded to like a website, like Twitter or ImageUR or IMGUR.
Or
Reddit.
Yeah, we can see them, Cobra.
You can see them? What? It's hard for the people on YouTube to see them. But
yeah.
Okay, so it's like, we have to consider that, the same thing happened with Lance. He found something really amazing. When he went to the space station, he was able to interact with the anomaly, the thing in the middle, the light.
Oh.
And it told him that he needed to go back, find Big Ball, and give it to the anomaly.
Oh, wow.
And so when mods are being used, there's little things that are thrown in there that kind of do stuff. So I'm not sure. See, that's the thing with mods. It's like
You could
it kind of
definitely do all this with a mod.
It ruins the algorithm of the game.
it taints the possibility of this actually being part of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It could be.
Yeah, it's
I'm actually
It's kinda
zooming. I'm actually zooming into the back of this picture, and he has a whole lot more stuff. He's got something called an englobed shad something. He's got another thing that's like It looks like the Atlas, and there's another thing on the top row that is right next to the heart of the sun that says something nanode.
Yeah, that's the thingy. Yeah.
There's like
it's
You
really
said
weird.
there was a whole mission that went with it, with new stuff, right?
Yeah. It was like a quest line basically, because it was like 4 different items, and it's kind of random number as well. And then the thing is that what supports the idea that this might be because of the mod is because the quest line just ended and there was nothing else, right? It just didn't continue. Like it just said something about find a traveler, and that was it. Like, find what? What do you mean, traveler? There's a multiplayer in this game? I don't want that. You know, it's like, what the hell?
Right.
That's all. That's really all. And that's where I was confused.
Is there any way you could put these on... Cole C says, play the game. I don't know what that means. Is there any way that you could put these, like, on some website, like Twitter or something, so people in the chat can, like, click a link and go see them?
I want to see a live video.
Well, that would take a while. I gotta get my stream shit going. My record stuff going. Yeah.
Like I would do it on Twitter because I have a main Twitter, but I have it on music-related stuff, obviously, because that's what I do. It would be a little bit random to just post it there.
Right. Yeah. I understand that. You don't want to do that. But there's IMGUR, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. You could post them there. Just upload them. Probably won't even take long at all.
Throw them in your Dropbox and share it to Cobra.
Guys, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you guys think this next phase will show some new mechanics, or will focus only on the game lore? What do you guys think about this?
My personal opinion, I think it's going to be lore, but I think other things come with it, like more gameplay to fit the lore. And I think there's going to be, just like every time, I think an improvement to the terrain. Okay. But you know what? Once you think you have everything figured out, Hello Games proves you wrong every single time. Every time. Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm back.
Nathan Mule in the chat says, Cobra TV, set controls for Heart of the Sun is a Pink Floyd song.
Ooh. I love Pink Floyd.
Ooh, neato.
Yeah.
That would be a nice reference.
That's interesting.
Hey, Cobra.
Yeah.
This might sound like a pretty dumb question. Only because this is the first time I've seen it. But you know how you go to one of those, what do they call monument, and they have the spheres?
Yeah.
Have you ever found a sphere that was spinning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw it and I was like,
yep.
I haven't seen this before. I was just making sure that it wasn't something crazy.
Yeah,
I saw one of those big ass spheres like get blown by the wind. That kind of freaked me out. Yes. I did not touch it.
Come back here. I'm supposed to interact with you.
No. I'm talking about the big balls, right? Is that what you guys are talking about? I'm talking about in the whatever ruin monument, whatever. There's these
the golden
the golden gigantic balls, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you guys?
Yeah,
are
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some that they're like rolling on their own across the walk path.
As soon as you get on it, they start moving. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it wasn't the wind. Maybe it was just some random physics thing.
Shoot them with a grenade launcher. They move far.
I've seen weird stuff in the game.
Create a sport out of it. Play basketball with them.
Yeah.
That could be
Cole,
done.
what are you doing in the chat, man? Get on the show.
Hey, any of y'all like try to freak out people that would come to your place? Like put a bunch of messages and stuff?
I've got so many messages all over my base, it's not even funny.
I had like an island and I just filled it with all those common things with messages just saying help.
I don't share my base because I change it all the time, so I never build anything on it.
You guys know the beacons you place down to find a specific location on a planet? Can other players find that same beacon you've placed down? I'm just curious.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think they show for other people.
No.
I think the comm ball is the only thing that you can interact with other players.
Just the comm balls and the bases.
You can interact with the vehicle port things. The vehicle.
Oh yeah, the Nomad Bay for the racing.
Right.
Yeah, the bays. You can use those.
You can use their cars.
Yes, because I called in. I summoned Matt Damon at Cobra's base.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, I named my rover Matt Damon, so I can summon Matt Damon at will.
That's cool, man. Very cool.
All right, you got the links on, so we can check it if you want. Should be in the email.
That was quick, man. Post the link in the Skype chat, and then I'll put it in the YouTube chat.
They're in the Skype chat now.
The links? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, guys, I was thinking about a post I read on Reddit about the next phase being coupled with a new update. But thinking about that this phase might be a little smaller than the phase 1. Do you guys think that if this get coupled with a new update, it would be any harder for us to solve this?
Might be.
No.
I don't think so. I think they're going to try to make it harder, but the community is so
ready.
Rabid.
They solve it within like a day.
Right.
I think I'm thinking we're gonna get a trailer tomorrow or tonight or something.
Oh man, I would be hyped.
I'm glad you said that because I think the same exact thing right now.
Because tomorrow's Friday.
Oh, you mean because of the moon stuff?
Well, so on Hello Games Tube on YouTube, whenever they do an update, there's a trailer that goes with it, and if you're subscribed to their channel, you get notified.
Oh,
and I have a feeling that we're going to get a notification tomorrow of a trailer for an update, and we're going to kick Phase 2 off with 1.3. That's what I feel.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling too.
I mean, sleep. Like whatever it is, I'm gonna be happy because I play it for chill. It's basically my Zen game. I go there to chill, so that's totally fine.
Mm.
It's just that
what I hope. Prints are good for my brain.
I like that description, a Zen game. I love that. That's good.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Just let you
what I'm hoping that they do, though, if they ever add like a multiplayer aspect to the game, is I'm hoping that they do it kind of like in Elite Dangerous, where you've got solo play and open play, because there's a lot of No Man's Sky players that don't want a multiplayer aspect.
I think that they could wait a little longer for the mode play.
It's going to be a mode. You know.
It's going to be a mode, or it's going to be the activation through the portals, something like that.
I don't think I think the same forwards to play multiplayer.
It could be like base sharing too, where you have to opt into it. So.
But man, I just want to know what the heck it is. Imagine going through a portal and you coming out and it's just like a freaking huge city with people walking around or something.
Dude, if they had cities, that'd be so amazing. That's one of the things I really wanted in the game.
What if the portal is how you exit the simulation, right? That'd be cool.
That's what I was thinking too.
Get out of one simulation and go into another one?
Yeah.
I just realized something.
The Matrix.
You come out in Bed Bath and Beyond. Like, what?
That'd be like going to hell.
Have any of y'all ever gotten a message from the Get saying he would offer you free car insurance?
What?
No, I've not switched to Gecko.
The Get are known for car insurance.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh, I want this update.
Hey guys, I'll tell you I gotta go.
So do you guys think that the multiplayer could be anything like Dark Souls or some games like this?
It already is like Dark Souls, like with the combos and whatnot.
Okay.
What if it turns into Minecraft?
I don't think so.
Oh shit!
The only thing that we really have to compare Portals with is like Minecraft or what's that other game that what's the game that you really like to play, Cobra?
What's that?
Oh, what was it?
Boundless?
It was the game that has the portals that are like instantaneous.
Boundless.
Portal?
Boundless.
Yeah, Boundless. That's what it was. I mean, so there's actually a way to do that in No Man's Sky, theoretically. But there's not a whole lot. Like let's say we compare it with Minecraft and say that they've got like some version of the Nether in No Man's Sky where you go into like, of course it wouldn't be like Minecraft Nether, it'd be like No Man's Sky Nether where everything's trying to kill you. It's like it turns No Man's Sky into a horror game where like all the creatures are like these demons with red eyes, and it's always nighttime.
That'd be so cool,
special.
man.
Oh, dude,
now you're just putting fear back into me. Like when I had to go in caves in Minecraft, I don't like the dark. Okay.
Friday night.
I hate
No
it.
Man's Sky.
Cirrus on Skype wants to ask a question to everybody, saying, could you ask a question for everybody on the Subcast? I'm just too curious to hear people's opinion on the open universe aspect. Do you think that after the update, we'll have the ability to fly and see stars, as well as able to manually fly to other star systems, effectively having a open universe space rather than solar system instances? I remember Sean saying in interviews that the light from the stars was actual real light emitted from the stars, not some kind of skybox. Someone actually proved that the stars that you see from the planet are actually the stars that are in the galactic map, or stars when you're in space, and when you look, you can actually see that same map of constellations in the galactic map.
Right.
So
that is true.
That much has been proven, but manually flying, I don't know.
Yeah, it
I'm not
seems
sure.
like the way that they built it out was not that. It's more of the only thing that's the relative distance within a solar system is just between the objects in the solar system. And the sun, each star is just a light source. It's not an object.
Right. But imagine,
right.
They said they took out orbiting and things like that. Planets,
Yeah.
In orbit.
Right.
Imagine sometimes you have a planet that's 4 minutes away, 3 minutes away, right? And that's with your full boost. So imagine if that planet is on the other side of the sun, and from that sun, it's another 4 minutes. So you're going to be sitting there traveling 8 minutes just to get to that planet.
Oh, just be
Gonna need some new upgrades.
A boost jet Sigma. A boost jet Omega, maybe.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah, there you go. There you go. But also imagine the time and day cycle that's in No Man's Sky. It's quick.
All you need is an impulse drive, you see,
when
and
you
then
would look up,
you could get there with 1/4 impulse if no problem, just like
when
that.
you're in
Bam.
space watching these planets orbit with the fast time cycle that No Man's Sky is set on, and it would look like a model. It wouldn't even look real.
Well, I kind of agree that the star should be in the center, and that I think you should be able to steer your starship and pulse drive. The gameplay mechanics should be a little bit more realistic like that when you're in the system.
That would be cool.
Maybe you can just like really slightly steer at when you're on pulse drive.
I hate that you can't.
Well, let's say that there's a system that is just outside of your warp range. You can warp as far as you can go, and then just pulse the rest of the way, right? I mean, that would make sense.
Right.
Being that everything's connected.
Right.
And also, who's going to sit there and literally travel between star systems if it's going to take
somebody would.
Just
a
to
day or
prove
two?
the point that it's there.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's not a good reason to put it in the game.
Right.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just the feeling of openness and
Because
realizing,
if we were going to do that in the real world, we would either have a better engine or we'd go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
It'll take us 25 years to get there. You got to get the
our
cards?
ship's cruise control.
Right. One would hope.
But you got to admit that it would just make everything feel more connected. Right now, every system feels like its own level as opposed to an open universe.
No, you're right. No,
I think
once you
somebody
figure it out,
Somebody needs to consolidate all these ideas and put them in a what we want out of the next update video right before they do the update, when we all know that they have no time to change what they're putting in the update.
I think
or
we're
we
not
put it
gonna get that
together
in this game because
But
it's like they've
we
already
say we-
said that they don't want this to be a realistic physics galaxy universe
True.
simulator.
Right. Yeah.
It's more of a fun sci-fi. It's like they didn't talk about that shit in Star Trek. Right?
Imagine if
You know this-
Hello Games made this an open source where we could just
That
change
would
and
be
add stuff. That would be amazing.
I think they're getting a lot of inspiration from the PC modders. I mean, wouldn't you agree? If you were going to be updating a game, isn't that where you draw inspiration from?
Exactly.
I would love to see like user-generated content in this universe. I think that would be
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love that.
like
I mean,
user-generated story. That would be cool.
I love that.
They got Steam Workshop already, so they got the platform for it.
I mean, that takes me to the thing I'm looking forward to most, which is probably never going to happen, which is animal husbandry. I want to breed the animals.
That would be awesome.
This is
I
got an arc.
People
Like
are
Viva
talking about
Pinata.
space whales and the chat. And Nothing Man 5 says he would like to dock into a space whale's mouth.
Ugh.
Could you imagine that? Dock into its mouth and get out, step
No.
down onto its tongue, and
No.
then walk through its body.
Oh,
Has he heard of Jonah?
That would be
No.
something.
I think it would be fun to have a beaming capability, like a Star Trek teleporter.
We do.
Like,
Well, we do.
kind of, but not from your ship. You can't beam. Like, I want to beam my body down to the planet and leave my ship in orbit.
Oh, I see.
That takes
Yeah.
a lot of
maybe you could have it like this,
Transport.
where your fighter is above the planet, and you could beam to your fighter.
You don't
Or
have a body. You're just a gun.
Or in the Star Trek vernacular, then the freighter would be your Enterprise, and the ship you fly around is your shuttle. So maybe freighters could have beaming capability. So I just want to beam down to that planet and pick up Spock and
That'd be
Scotty
pretty cool.
and pick up some babes, and then go to the Andorian bar, whatever.
Green
See
alien
how
women?
many. See how many genders there are.
Right. He's going to be kirking it.
And then beam my
Well, that's
ass
a-
back up. Yeah. Because that adds more interesting dynamic of getting stranded on a planet. Right?
Someone just said we don't have a body and we're just a gun. But I know you guys.
We don't even have a gun.
I know you guys went through like a freezing planet, and I know you guys heard and saw his breath or her breath in the visor. Am I correct or wrong?
No, it's true.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
And I think
Even-
that we're definitely going to get a player model at some point.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like, we like think alike or something. I don't know.
That's kind of like one of the major glitches that they just kind of had to accept because of, for whatever reason, like the way rocks mysteriously, magically float after you shoot them.
It's not
okay.
even that. Even if you're like in
You just-
space and inside your ship and you're next to a freighter, like you will be, if you go into the photo mode and look at the distance, you're like I don't know, meters apart, but it seems like you're bumping into it.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, the
collision
perspective
system,
is all kind of screwy.
Yeah, it's all screwy. Like, and
Yeah.
I know they're gonna
Like
have to
when
fix
you
that.
fly your ship into the space station, it's like your ship barely fits through the hole, but all the other ships look like bug size when they go
Exactly.
through the hole. Yeah. So there's all these perspective little things that make you go, oops.
It just feels like
Right.
we're like a freaking Gek, like a Gek-sized player or something.
No one's
Well,
cutting
you
the
know,
grass. What do you mean?
When
We're going to look like we're
I
soft
was-
because there's no one mowing the lawn.
I was flying past an asteroid, and I went into photo mode, and I put a picture of this on Twitter and just the different communities out there. But my fighter literally was about the size of 2.5 pixels, whereas the asteroid took up 3/4 of my entire TV screen.
Yeah.
But
You
it
should
didn't
land
look
on
like
one.
that from the cockpit. The perspective is crazy.
Right.
It is.
Landing on one is crazy. Walking around on it.
Yeah, Syrian did that. Talk
Yeah.
about that. Talk
What?
about your video.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Listen to this, guys. Listen to this, guys.
You can
You
land on
can-
an asteroid?
You can glitch
Mods.
out of your freighter. No, it's not mods. You can do it on PlayStation 4. I'll walk you through it real quick. If you're in your freighter, you look through the open doors, turn around, there's numbers on the wall. You can see 02, you jump above that and you glitch through the freighter and you can eventually jump off of it. The really large asteroids that have the ore on the inside, you can land on them. So you just start falling in space. You can't move much, but you can land on one of the large asteroids and walk around on it, and they are huge.
What? And can you shoot them asteroid and get,
you can
get iron or?
I had the HUD disabled, so I didn't see if I collected anything.
So
but you can shoot it and then fall off of it.
So that mechanic is already there.
Load to go back to a normal mode, or
yeah, you have to you have to go back to your last save.
Because there's no way to die at that point.
Oh, you can die. But
I'm on right now. How do you do this again?
In the freighter, where the ships dock. Yeah, you have to look for 02 on the wall,
right?
I don't think so.
Any old? Okay, good.
I see the 02.
Jump above it, and you should glitch through the wall, like jetpack above onto some ledge.
Oh, I see the ledge. Okay, where the red lights are. There.
Yeah, and then you glitch above that.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
There you go. if you can walk straight, you hit an invisible wall, then turn either right or left, and you can jump off.
Outside of my freighter. This is insane. I should
have to go do that.
Now.
I am
Syrian.
Let's hope you don't.
How does he get back in? How does he die?
He doesn't.
You reload it.
You have to reload.
I think I'm gonna broadcast.
It's a one-way trip, like going to Mars, baby.
This is the extent of what I know about it. You can fall into a planet's atmosphere. So if you land too hard, if you don't have jetpack left, you'll die. You'll land and die. You can
actually have that glitch happen to me where, like, I was on a planet and I got flung into the atmosphere.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that happened to me, and then I died.
Yeah,
I was like, "What the
fuck?" Does it matter what mode you're in? Like, if you're in creative or survival?
I would recommend going in creative. That way, you don't mess anything up.
Okay.
You can do it in anything.
I am Lily Elf. This is insane. Holy cow.
Like I said, if you try to move, are you in an asteroid field?
Oh boy, I'm falling through my freighter.
This isn't ending well.
So you can't land on your freighter.
Greatest things I've done in No Man's Sky.
No, I'm
I can't wait to go do that. No. Everybody's gonna hang up from the subcast. All right, gotta go. Bye.
I'm streaming it right now just so I can save it. This is crazy.
You're streaming?
I can't believe this. Yes.
Where's send me a link to your stream so I can show everybody.
There's gonna be a
You're gonna stream a stream. I can't believe you, Cobra.
Where do you go to jump off? I'm in the freighter right now.
You just gotta play with it.
It's gonna be an asteroid jump marathon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a full community of people who just go there.
We should all just not do this on like a live stream. Just get on Skype and play the game together on Skype.
I'll just put my PSN in.
Sorry, Cobra. Yeah, right.
I actually just got on myself.
I
was playing whenever I first got on the call.
Send me the link in the Skype chat to whoever is streaming so I can share it with everybody. I'm going to put the link in the
guys,
YouTube chat.
Guys, I was thinking about this possible 1.3 update. Do you guys think that...
Skype on my phone. I don't think I can do that.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
No, seriously, where you got to go to jump off?
There's a 02. Look for the number 02 and go above it. There's red lights. And
is
then
it like near the where is it?
It's opposite of where the ships enter.
Oh, by the way, guys, we can chill out because I just tested it without the mods, and guess what?
What's that?
It's not there. So it was a mod.
It's gone? It's gone?
Yeah, it's gone. I think it was
kind of
play with my emotions.
Yeah, it was probably
as soon
the
as
best
I
April
saw it,
Fool.
I thought for sure it was a mod because I
Pretty good
played
April
that
Fools,
that total conversion mod, and where it made like instead of getting like whatever Mordite, you got like meat. And if you got so many meats, you could turn it into a steak. It was I know it's really weird. I got old, yeah, but it was kind of fun to play with.
I mean,
somebody
when you
wants
think about
me to
it,
do
though,
a raid on Ivy Mike's channel. They're having some kind of permadeath cage match, but I don't have a link to their channel, so I can't.
Yeah, that's what me and Boone are doing on Saturday night. We're doing a permadeath cage match against one another.
Somebody was bringing up 1.3 earlier.
Yeah, they were. I don't know. I'm doing a horrible job of watching this.
It was me.
Okay, what's up, buddy?
What do you guys think about this possible 1.3 update? Do you guys think the Hello Games will bring some small but relevant content, just like Pathfinder? So
I think it'll be bigger than the first two.
Yeah.
Not to throw another like YouTuber's like channel out there because he's kind of a controversial figure, but MZK, although he's hard on No Man's Sky sometimes, he put a video out where he said that just based on the ARG alone, this is evidence for sure that this will be the biggest update that Hello Games has put out towards this game. Their personal involvement lets you know that this is going to be a massive update. Whatever's in it, it's huge.
I agree with that to a certain extent, but you know, one of the things that we've always wanted Hello Games to do is be engaged with the community. And at the very end of the day, the ARG is being engaged with us. You know, they're
for sure
live streaming role play events, but I understand you are right. And I've said it before that this is creating hype and they know it is. So therefore, this is the first time they purposely allowed hype on their own actions and not being asked to interview and then did the interview. This is them with their own money doing this. So I agree with you. And, you know, I've said it in the past too. This is definitely going to be bigger because they know it's hyped due to the ARG.
But I think this hype on the ARG is different insofar as it's very targeted niche to people already loving and playing the game. So if you're in the hater brigade, you don't even give a shit about the ARG, or you're just gonna chime in and say you guys all suck, right? But you're not gonna follow the puzzles, and I don't think. I mean, if you're really a hater, why would you do that, right? So to me, this is like sort of like finding all the weirdos like us playing this great game, and leaving the haters out. I mean, they didn't go on late night TV, you know, and they're not posting things on YouTube channels and stuff.
That's true.
It is marketing, but it's marketing very targeted, niched at people already playing.
I mean,
Seth Rollins just subscribed. Thank you, buddy. You're a co-bro, man. Welcome to the family. I agree. You know, and I think a lot of us have said it that, you know, this has got to be a big update because Hello Games knows what's at stake, you know, with the ARG. So 100% agree.
And they have to deliver, baby. But the first two updates delivered huge, and to me, I mean, they were like way more. I mean, fixing crap that, you know, wasn't great, and adding content at the same time on Foundation and Pathfinder. So
it got me back to the game. So I think
they're not messing around. Yeah.
So just like I said, small but relevant content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't think that it's going to be like a whole new game or anything like that. It's still going to be the game. But I think it'll be, you know, like another 6 months of head-blowing fun, right? Let's hope. Or more.
I'd be happy if all they gave me was a carpet update for my I'm serious.
Get that 1960s shag carpet going.
Yeah.
Good to keep your expectations low. Is that what
Like I gotta be honest with you, Cobra. Like the first thing that I was expecting from this game before it came out was that I could explore planets. That was all I was giving myself as a present, basically, right? I just always wanted to do that, but I didn't want to get the Elite Dangerous because it was way too real for me, right? Like I wanted something more comic-y, more like, fantasy-like, right?
Yeah.
So I went with this mindset into the game and I just enjoyed it so much. Like it's insane. I spent like hundreds of hours in it right away. It was just insane. And the first moment I was there, I spent most of the time like in the first system. I didn't even leave the system. I just had to see everything in the freaking every planet, right? So it was fun. So that's what I got from it.
I knew this game. Here. I agree with you. I knew this game was special when we first found the first two people who got the game early. Damien, who paid like $2,000 for his copy, right?
Oh, wow.
And then the other guy who was uploading his gameplay on Twitch. Now, Damien rushed right to the center as fast as he could go, man. I mean, he was.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was kicking it, man.
He was looking at the fish stuck in the ground, yeah.
Yeah. But then the other guy, when he was streaming, he wasn't even leaving his planet. I mean, he was doing stuff on his planet, trying to do all the, do this here now, do that now make these car ride sheets and do this. And then he would go to another planet and spend a lot of time there. And throughout the entire time, I think it was like a week before he got banned, he never even left his star system. So the two different gameplays from Damien and that guy, I knew this game was special because I'm like, man, this is a game that you can play at your own pace, your own way. It's going to be amazing seeing how people upload videos to YouTube. And it has been over the year.
Totally.
Cobra, I met a really good friend through your channel, Hidden Jew Agenda, Aaron Bowen. He's been on your call a couple of times.
Hidden Jew Agenda. I've been to. I was playing earlier, and I kept coming across Star Systems discovered by him.
You got to go to his base and leave a combo. He is awesome. But me and him, we have conversations all the time, and we're just like that guy said. All we had to hear was, "Oh, you can go from a planet to a planet in just one session, no load screen." And that was it. And we were happy with the game from the beginning. So anything that they're adding over time has just been a blast to play because my expectations weren't that high to begin with, So
right.
I'm the same
awesome.
way.
I'm excited for whatever happens.
Whenever that first trailer came out and they showed just getting in the ship and flying, and then the space station appeared, I fell in love. And it was just like everything else was icing on the cake.
That's same here, yeah.
I can see that from the ground and then fly to it in space.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted. So everything else was just like extra.
And the best part, the best part was, it was like, Sean was just talking about it like it's nothing. It's like, oh, you can just go here. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
It went from like, oh, you can go to that mountain over there to you can go to that planet way over there.
Rerun.
But as much as I love this game, yes, I know. I'm sorry. There are some negative stuff. I mean, that's gonna be.
That's with any game, though.
Yeah, that's with any game. I just wish the planets were a little bit, different in sizes. Like some were bigger, some are smaller. I understand the moons are smaller than the planet, which is fine. But I wish like some of the planets were actually, larger.
No, there are. There's a planet in my system where my base is, and if you want the coordinates, like this planet is the biggest planet I've ever seen in the game. It is ridiculously huge, and you probably don't have enough time in the day to even drive a roamer around it. I mean, it's absolutely massive. I mean, it's just, you discover new stuff all the time. There's a lot of people who say that there's no creatures that live in caves. And I play on PlayStation 4, and I've been posting pictures on Twitter of just all kinds of creatures living in caves. Yeah, so you just may not have found it yet.
One of my subscribers, his name is Steve. He's a book artist. He designs books. He follows me on Twitter. And he's had some pictures retweeted by Hello Games here recently. And what he does is he creates like these info pictures that have the star system information that he's in, and it looks really cool. Well, what's not odd, but what's interesting about his pictures is you see the planets, they all have different sizes. Some planets are big, some planets are small, and this is all in the same star system. And what he does is he goes the same distance away from each planet. Every time it's the same distance, and he takes a screenshot. So he's getting, when you see the planet sizes being different sizes on his infographs, those are the actual sizes of the planets for the same length of distance for every one of them. So
Very
even in the
clever.
same star system, all the planets are different sizes. You just can't tell unless
He's
you
using
measure.
distance to show scale.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they are different.
I gotta say, being on Asteroid is amazing.
Okay, man. I am on the O2. How do I get out?
You gotta just like glitch
Walk
through the
off
wall.
the side. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta glitch through the
out.
wall and then walk off the side.
Just walk off normally.
Oh, Jeremy. Jeremy's on this call. Jeremy? Oh, wait. Soroka? Okay, Soroka sent a video, and I'm going to go ahead and put a link to it in the chat. He made if you guys remember Soroka from a couple days ago, he was the one who found the huge .inc website.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I told him to make a video so that way people can know what he's talking about, and he did. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat on YouTube, and you guys tell me what you think.
I think it's just. I mean, it's really great that it actually drives people together. I mean, that's pretty much what I really like about that. It doesn't even have to mean anything, but once like community gets together, it's just like wow, so much interesting.
Right. Yeah.
This is your multiplayer, basically.
Yeah.
In essence, I mean, for me personally, I didn't believe the hype when the game was first coming out. I saw the videos and everything like that, and I had no delusions that there was going to be multiplayer in this game. I figured, I mean, maybe it's my lack of IT experience or knowledge, but I figured that considering the system they were using, the multiplayer would be darn near impossible. So I didn't even believe any of the multiplayer. But for me, coming from like a sci-fi background growing up, loving every kind of sci-fi game, movie, TV show, whatever, and not being able to be an astronaut, the ability to just, I mean, even before Pathfinder and Foundation, just the ability to get in the ship, go, and just go to different planets, jump out, and start walking around and looking at really different, cool stuff. I don't know. That's what draws me. I think that's what draws everybody, really.
Yeah, that was the same for me too. I mean, I spent basically a whole day on a freaking moon. That was it. There was nothing interesting, but it was just, you know, wasteland, but I loved it because it was so alien, right? You don't do this every day, so why not?
All right, so I'm going to have to do this like Grammy because Grammy's the one asking me the question. So, Cobra, I've got a question. I've got a question in the chat, Cobra. Iceman Third ID, do they think the whatever will be released based on UK time, so midnight for the West Coast?
I don't think it's going to be UK time, no, because the company doing the ARG is in Montreal, Canada.
Yeah. So we think it's going to be Canadian time, Grammy, which would be like Montreal's
40
like what,
minutes.
Central? I don't know. Eastern?
In 40 minutes.
40
We're going to
minutes.
try
40
and
minutes.
keep the conversation going. I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like we're kind of getting run down. But we'll see. We'll see if we can wait that long. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Anything's possible.
Absolutely.
Syrian, I just jumped off the back of my freighter, and holy cow.
I was trying
awesome,
to
isn't it?
fall into the planet, but I was falling the other direction, so I gave up.
Hey, what you done, Syrian? You've caused
Yeah.
an evacuation of
That's
freighter.
what I was wondering, if you could
phenomenon.
actually like fall to the planet after you jump off.
You can. I just don't know how to like direct the way you're falling.
Oh, that would be
It's been
great.
done. It was on Reddit. There was a video of someone jumping from the freighter into the planet's atmosphere and landing.
Do they still get the burning up effect when the ship comes in?
I didn't check.
That's great.
You're screwed when you land, right? Because your ship is in the freighter.
They landed on an undiscovered planet, and apparently there were a bunch of issues since I guess the ship kind of dictates that. So I don't think it ever said that the planet was discovered.
Oh wow!
It was something strange like that.
So even if you use one of those bypass chips on the landing pads, you can't summon your ship?
I have no idea.
Well, you have to have all the stuff to build a landing pad with you.
Ah, good point.
No, they have the ones out at some of the buildings.
Yeah, you can find them.
Peaceful Gamer.
All right,
I
quick
didn't even
question.
realize it sent me a message. Go ahead.
Yeah, about the landing pads. It's a pain in the ass to build that. I mean, do you have to get 10 of those plates or whatever?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I thought I had it. I thought I had it everything, but then I noticed I need like 9 more or like 11 more of those. You need 12 of these.
And you need
guys
too.
We have the almighty Peaceful Gamer on the call. What's going on, dude?
What is happening?
Yes.
I know.
Not so much, man.
It's been a long time.
Yes. So what? More than a year, right?
More than a year before launch, man.
Yeah, dude.
A few things.
Oh
have happened
wow,
since.
it's really been that long.
A few?
Yeah, it's been that long. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, that would be the same for me as well because I basically joined into this when I seen Cobra's video. So I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
When you see the
Cobra's the OG.
enthusiasm, it's awesome.
What is Callium, guys?
Something that's
Well-
very weird when you mine it, I'll tell you that.
It comes in 2 forms. It comes in the rolly round form, and then it comes in the plant that spits out weird fumes form.
Well, I just
I
bought
saw
it.
the rolly form. Oh god.
Yeah, I just
There is
bought it
Peaceful
from
Gamer's
Jack.
Twitter. Check him out, guys. If you want to know what's going on with Waking Titan first, that's the dude that's going to tell you about it.
Shit, I gotta live up to that now.
Yeah,
35
you have
minutes?
been, man.
I was about to say that you have been ever
I have
since
been,
what
right?
phase? The first week or something.
Oh man, this stuff just came like so unexpectedly. This Waking Titan stuff that like I just couldn't help but just jump right into it. Blasted WakingTitan.com right on my header on my Twitter. Totally jumped into it. I knew I had to do. As soon as I heard, I saw that Reddit post. Something 16 tapes, 16 radio stations. I'm like, they're linked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, I felt it. It just felt like they were connected right from the start for me.
I was almost annoyed because everybody kept talking about this like on YouTube on the videos, and I was like, what is going on? Why am I not informed about this? Like, what's going on? What do you mean? So I just looked it up. Like usually I'm just out of this. I just wait for the next update if I'm like out of it because I have other stuff to do, so I'm not really sure.
I don't even know how I've been doing it with a 9-to-5 job, married, kid. And I still find a way to have my phone on me and just trying to keep up with what's going on, jumping from Reddit, Discord to Reddit to chats and here and there, and just trying to see what's going on eTarg. And it's I gotta say it's pretty awesome what they're doing with the whole Waking Titan thing. I think it's definitely a nice a good sign to see them put a pretty significant marketing effort into whatever's coming next. So I think I'm in agreement with a lot of people thinking that this is actually going to be pretty significant, like a relaunch or reseed or whatever you want to call it. I think we've seen a version of the game that we haven't seen yet.
What gets me is that we're not seeing the uploading to some kind of testing branch, not the experimental, but the testing branch. We don't see that activity, and we know we're getting one soon, an update. So it's like whatever they have, maybe it doesn't need to work with the current build that we're playing.
Well, exactly. You got the old gods, old build, Link.
You think they're
maybe?
Oh yeah.
Revamp the whole game.
I don't know if they revamped it. I think, if you look back at some of the early trailers, because even I was just looking back at the 4 Pillars trailers that came out just before launch, and looking at those now, having played the game for the past year, those look more to me like what we actually got than the previous footage that we saw, as whatever B-roll footage for media events and whatever we saw, or just gameplay, stage demos or something. It seemed to me like those builds, whatever those builds were, seemed a lot more advanced than what we've been playing for the past year. So I think that build, that game does exist somewhere. That game that Sean so eagerly spoke about, and was selling us all on, that's not the game that came out for whatever reason, whether they ran out of money, they ran out of time, or they just needed to meet a deadline. It feels to me like they reached some sort of, base level build that was a stable build to release, sort of a plan B type of situation, and shit happens and it didn't happen, right? So, and then they just kind of stayed quiet for the last year, not apologizing for something that I guess maybe they didn't intend to release in the first place. So I'm shaking with anticipation what this could mean for the game and for everybody involved, and I hope tomorrow sheds some more light on the whole thing.
Right, that's right. You're somewhere near Canada, aren't you?
I'm deep in Canada, my friend. I'm in Toronto.
Toronto. So you're on Eastern Standard Time.
I am on Eastern, yeah.
So it's possible, since this ARG, I'm not going to say why, is linked to Montreal, that we could possibly see some news in 30 minutes.
Could be. I remember the radio stations. I think it was actually the first radio station. That was also in the Eastern time zone, and I think that stuff started to come online. Like the ads started to play around like 1 a.m. or so, or that's where I started to like notice them pop up online with like links to the audio. So it could happen, in 30 minutes or not.
An hour and 30 minutes.
Never know.
Hour and 30 minutes, yeah. So
I got 30 minutes in my time zone.
Same here.
Yes.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Chat is very good, man, but I need to go some sleep.
Did it specifically
tomorrow. So
okay,
thanks for
buddy.
having me, dude. Keep up the good work, man.
Okay, man. You stay safe, bro, and come back next time.
Thank you so much. Good night, guys.
Okay, good night, buddy.
Good night, man.
Good night. Good night. Did they specifically say midnight?
No.
No, this is all just hope.
Yeah, it's all hope.
Yeah, it's all hype, guys. Come on.
I like Cyril says, I have patience with Hello Games. They definitely released it too early. With time, I believe they can meet the community's desires. Oh, and then
absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel they were forced to release it too early. Yeah. They didn't want to. They were forced to.
Yeah.
What, you mean
I
the
think
whole
they didn't want to get any more death threats.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
see, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Hello Games was matched up with Sony at the beginning.
Yeah.
Sony was helping to fund it, and Sony was pushing them to
Right,
put out
yeah.
the game.
Yeah,
and it was
I agree
way,
with that.
way too early. They didn't want to do it, but Sony forced them to.
Yeah.
I don't think they can even say that, could they?
Sony wasn't funding them.
Like I don't want to be dead.
Sony published the game, which is that is part of the funding, right? Because if Sony didn't publish the game, that means that they would have to front the publishing cost themselves. So they paid for that part of the you can't even call it
distribution, I guess.
Yeah, the distribution of it. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the manufacturing, the production, the all that stuff. You know, that's
the disc pressing, all that stuff.
And then they take their cut. Not to get too much into the dirty stuff, but what happens is since they're putting it on their platform, they have to meet a 3-ring binder's worth of criteria called a certification process, and generally they like to go with like some of the like an older build that they know is stable that can pass the certification process, and then after that they build on it after the game comes out.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, man?
I have no idea, dude. I'm like so tired right now.
Hey guys,
forced to put out the early game so they
let's
can
do let's do a Cobra TV raid on a positive one, not a negative one, on a YouTuber who's doing a permadeath cage match, and show him some positivity and some love and give him a little bit of a like spike. So there's the link to the chat on YouTube, and it's also on Skype. Let's go on over and I don't know, just give him a quick like.
It's gonna be crazy.
I didn't come watch me live.
PSN is going down for maintenance at 12 o'clock. That's interesting.
Ooh.
What?
No Man's Sky. Yeah, Flurb said that. Flurb said that in the chat, and NMS says Sony Illuminati confirmed.
Coincidences.
Of course they do that as soon as I get off work.
Yeah, I play No Man's Sky on PC, and I have it downloaded through Steam. I have my Steam window open right now to see if anything starts happening at midnight with an update.
Oh, that would be crazy. I would get no sleep, dude.
Oh, same here. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's a good point, actually. Thank you for reminding me. Like yesterday, when I was on the stream, I think it was yesterday, right? Like Cobra was streaming yesterday. I think so.
2 days ago.
Yeah, that was. So when I was looking at it, like I kid you not, this is so weird. It's funny though. When I was watching the stream, I had Steam closed, right? But it just opened up, and freaking No Man's Sky just turned on. Absolutely not. I was like, what's going on?
That's crazy.
There was a really weird glitch or something going on with the game. I don't know what the fuck happened, but sorry for that language. It was weird.
It's a PG type deal that we're doing. Like,
not even sure.
That's what I was wondering.
Got a big thumbs up from the game.
What's the deal on the language?
I'm pretty bad at cussing.
One thing I definitely agree with is the Sony part. I don't want to be like that, person that goes like, "Oh, I know it for sure," but I have like experiences with how contracts go, and it's nothing nice. Definitely nothing nice. If it's something good for you, they want something bigger from that too. So it's like, okay, we have to do this game. They give us like this much funding, as you said, and it has to be done by this time because we give you all the promotion, and they basically get them this huge spotlight amongst triple A games, and it's like, oh, you need to deliver now. It's like, what? It's such a crazy pressure on your team. It's so crazy.
Definitely, what happened with the delay didn't help either. Where Sony's like, guys, you delayed the game. There's this, unfortunate reaction in the community that I think was isolated to a small group or one individual, but unfortunately it made waves and it got picked up by media, and it just kind of got into the psyche of Sony about what this delay, kind of caused this ripple. So they probably were just like, you got to meet this new date regardless. So I think that's just what happened. And
Grammy plays. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Grammy plays in the chat. It says that at Cobra TV, the Cage Match boys say thank you very much for the shout out, and I think Grammy is headed off to bed.
Oh, good night, Grammy.
Good night.
Night, Grammy.
Not Grammy.
Hey guys,
Boondock said that Ivy lost the cage match.
Oh,
yeah, it happened like a couple of seconds ago, actually.
Oh man, so we caught right at the end.
It's all our fault.
It's all our fault. Oh.
Hey, Cobra, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting off, man. It was nice talking to y'all.
Hey, buddy. It was a pleasure, man.
I'll probably watch you tonight, but y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe.
Okay, you too, man. Stay safe, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right, later.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey guys, I'm actually
cool.
at the No Man's Sky website, and I honestly haven't really even looked into it. And the first thing it says features a truly open universe. If you can see it, you can go there. You can fly seamlessly from the surface of planet to another. And every star in the sky is a sun that you can visit.
Yeah.
You can visit that light source.
Like, you know what I thought about this? You know
I
what
gotta
I
bring
thought
up
about
old
this
stuff,
statement?
man.
Like, it literally says star, but at the same time, you might think about it as a star map. And they didn't say that, so it's like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Colt on the show. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, Cobra?
It's going good, man. It's going really good, man.
Yeah. Hey, all.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Colt?
Hello.
Colt.
What brings you on the show, bud?
Man, really good show. Really good show. I like
Thanks,
a lot
man.
of the discussions, and I especially like parts that were kind of alluding to the idea that this next update, is going to provide, I think, a significant amount of content to aid in the generation of user content, to sort of
I hope so.
propagate the storyline,
Yeah, I would love that.
I mean, so they're going to place things in the game, I think, that are really going to affect the way we think about the game. I think that's evident with Waking Titans.
Mm-hmm.
They're introducing us to the concept of multiplayer in a kind of, not in the traditional gaming sense with Call of Duty and these other games, Destiny and stuff like that, but in a way that sort of when the player decides to join, he's kind of forced to look at glitches and look at all these different aspects of the game and build in his mind a story of his own. So that's like the individual, but then groups of people can come together and build a story of their own. Different groups can have different perspectives of the universe and kind of combat each other in that way. I mean, the possibility, the moment you introduce ARG into a game like this, which is so open-ended, it just blows it wide open.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cobra literally spoke about this like a year ago when the whole hype of the game started and when it released, and I think I remember him telling like that he loves to make his own stories as well. It's like that's
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Cobra is like the lore king as far as I'm concerned. I mean, so the first videos that I was watching from Cobra were like, the very first video I saw was when he basically went through all of the lore that you find in the monuments. You pieced it all together.
Yep.
And that's what captivated me, and that's when I started to see this game in a different way.
Totally, yeah.
And I was open to the idea that another player could introduce a storyline, and that it didn't have to be HG driven. It could be, they gave us the universe to play in. Let's go build stuff.
Yeah, they just built the universe. No big deal.
If you follow me on Twitter, there's a gentleman that I talk to quite a bit. He's got a project going on. And, with YouTube and everything I got going on, I don't have time to help him. But he does need people. He needs people with YouTube channels and things like that to help him. It's called the Starscribe Project. Now, what he's doing is he's putting down these comm stations. And it's almost like an ARG.
Discovery uploaded.
Thank you, Sith921. Thank you for subscribing, man. You're a Cobra. And you read these, and it gives you clues to where to go next. And then you go to the next planet or location on that planet, and you end up getting into the next part of the puzzle. And eventually, what you're doing is you're playing out like a little novel, and clues that help you get to the next location. So it's amazing. And
so it's like a Simon Said, right?
Yeah. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweet out his stuff all the time.
You know, and you can make these things complex or as simple as you want, really.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you could build some really in-depth stuff. I mean, make this current Waking Titans thing look like just, that's kindergarten for us. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a very talented community. If anybody out there doesn't see that, and so I'm going to say it, in Chasing RF, the one thing he did, for me, and I think the people that were really actively involved, and there was a lot of people.
Definitely.
There was a lot of people, and they're all coming in. And they're contributing their talents to solving the puzzle,
Yeah.
And I've mentioned this before on the show. You can go back and look at, but basically the team to sort of chase the ARG was built. I mean, it was generated by RF. But if you ask any single person that was involved in it, whether it was fun or not, or whether they feel disappointed in their experience, not one single person, Grammy, Ice, any of these people can back me up. Was it fun?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. That's some of the most fun I've ever had playing No Man's Sky.
It was fun.
Some of the most fun, because I mean, we had so many like crazy theories. I looked into when the game first came out. I looked into like the Euclid stuff, because the first galaxy you're in is the Euclid galaxy, and so I looked up who is Euclid, and it turns out he's a mathematician. It turns out he birthed modern geometry, and I noticed that the colors are the same as the colors in the element scheme, right? You got red, yellow, blue as the color scheme, and in one of Euclid's famous proofs, its Euclidean colors are red, yellow, and blue. And so I made all these correlations. This is right when the game first came out, and I hadn't thought about it since. And then all of a sudden RF pops up, and now I'm starting to think about all this stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a story. Real quick, Cobra, I just want to mention this fact. Does anybody know where Game Detectives came from?
Huh?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
No.
Okay. So there was a promotional ARG that was going on, I think, during a some sort of Valve based, so Steam Valve based ARG that was promoting some sale that they were going to have. Well, PC Master Race and everything, a bunch of really smart people were working on, that was a joke, but a bunch of really smart people were working on this little tiny promotional ARG, and they ended up like creating this massive non-existent ARG. And you can go look it up. It's facts, right? Game Detectives. Nobody knows where it came from. Where did it come from? It came from people trying to figure out, like, there had to be some sort of rock that you could hold onto in the maelstrom of, crazy ARG-ness, which we're all experiencing right now. Waking Titans.
An ARG that would get you to
Man,
try to find
what
out
if
whether
this-
or not it was an ARG.
Man, what
Sorry,
if
was that
you-
Tim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, your mic's a little low. People are going to have a hard time hearing you.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah, but much better. What was your question?
I'm a little bit confused on what this that thing was. Is it an ARG trying to get people to find out whether or not it's an ARG or what?
Colt, I think that was for you.
Oh, are you talking about the Game Detectives?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have you ever been to Game Detectives?
No, I hadn't heard of it until you mentioned it.
Okay, yeah. So go there, like type in Google Waking Titan Game Detectives. You'll see what I'm saying. They kind of string the recent discoveries along, and what it does essentially is provide sort of a mental hub for everybody to come and say, wait a minute, that's jacked. It's kind of like a community of people that are building a storyline, right? for the ARG, so that you could jump into the ARG at part. See, what people don't understand about how ARGs are played is that most of the time they're extremely open-ended. You know, open-ended.
Right.
There's not like some gigantic goal that you meet. You know, if I'm just going to put this challenge out there during that Valve Steam ARG. The award that you just look up the award. Just look up the award, and for that particular thing I'm talking about, and it was like the Red Herring Award, basically, is what it was. I think that's what it was called. If my memory serves me correct, it was called the Red Herring Award.
But the game detectives, they actually follow others' stuff, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Another one they do is Battlefield, and if anyone's familiar with that one, it was a huge hunt that I think culminated in finding a puzzle that made a shark appear in a pond and eat whoever was in the thing. And they're like, is this the end of it, or like that?
Exactly.
That links back to the open-ended nature.
Yeah,
of
we were
it.
talking about Gecko earlier. You know, we get there, it's like Gecko.
Gaming Mike is in the chat. He says, "Thanks a ton for the raid cover. Great timing."
Oh man,
yeah,
it was a great time to see right at the end. And I'm sorry we didn't get there sooner, buddy. But great channel, man. Love it.
I honestly do think this is what we should be talking. You know, I mean, it's fun to speculate about all the details, but we just don't know. But meanwhile, while we're, you know, in our spare time speculating about the details of what they're going to add to the game to make our sort of user content more interesting, we can actually play. You know?
Well, yeah.
I've been saying this since the beginning. Like, just go play. Why is it? It seemed like everybody was talking about Waking Titans, and it's fine, or everybody is talking about Waking Titans, and it's fine. But aren't we talking about Waking Titans in relation to No Man's Sky? You know, and so like you know, get in there and play, and like so there's a lot of people who I swear to God, if we generated a user content based storyline ourselves, there wouldn't be this sort of bleeding out of people going to Elite Dangerous, you know. Now, it's a cool-looking game and everything, but, you know, the die-hard sort of No Man's Sky people are like, wow, you know, Elite Dangerous, because I really don't have time to screw with, you know, websites, and I'm asleep when everybody figures out the puzzle, and yada, yada, yada. They're trying to get people to, like, go make your own. Like, there's web designers out there. There's audio engineers out there. You know, there's people that are whacked out like myself that are out there that are willing to chase, like, whatever. Oh, the community wants me to go chase something. All right, I'll go do it. You know? I mean, that's what what it's all about.
It would be pretty easy. You don't even need a website, you know. Like, you could just, like, do, like, a version of what the TF person did. Just don't be so crazy. But, you know, just make it like a game in the game that, you know, you just use Twitter to do it. Yeah.
And see, that reminds me of this point you guys brought up, and that really got me a little bit, because everybody was kind of like, can you run a more the question was, you know, can you run a more complex simulation within the simple framework, right? And you know, you're looking at it from like, can you run, like, that's, you know, like, egotistical, can you manage that game? But it got the discussion going, you know, but really, you know, is it possible to run a more complex, there's two ways to look at it. One is the programming way, which is, can you run a program that's more complex than the operating system, you know, within the operating system? Because, like,
that's insane. Yeah.
You know, that's what the question was asking for half the group of people.
I chose no.
You know, and then the other half.
I chose no too.
Right.
Because I looked at it as a hardware question.
Exactly.
I said yes.
Ooh, I know, because you believe in those enfolded dimensions and string.
Yeah, I said no too, because even if you make it infinitely more complex by using like some sort of fractal code, right?
Right.
It would still be nested.
It'd still be on 4-bit. Right.
Right. It's
right.
still
if you're
nested
running
code,
on a 4-bit machine, that's you're not
That's
going to
it.
get much better than your hardware can produce. I get
answering-
it. I get it because from a philosophical point of view, I understand the yes answer.
Yeah, exactly. You can
Guys, we are
understand.
8 minutes away from midnight.
Oh.
8 minutes.
Oh, and by the way, just so you guys know, I've been walking around on the outside of a freighter for the last 15 minutes.
I've started
Kind of
something.
fun.
It's funny
Yeah.
you should say that. I actually dropped from the freighter onto a planet, and I just landed on the planet without my ship.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And you survived?
I survived. It actually, like, the atmosphere changed as soon as I got into the same atmosphere. Like, the temperature gauge came up and everything.
Wow.
Wow.
It was crazy.
And now you're on a planet without a ship.
No texture glitches or anything?
No,
Are
it
you
loaded up
running
just
mods?
Are you running mods?
Ask Scotty to beam you up.
I am running mods, but I'm just running the Better
Oh.
Environments mod
Now,
that adds
here,
balance.
here, wouldn't it be cool if you could say, "Computer, beam me up"?
Right. Yeah.
You can teleport great distances, but you can't tell your flipping freighter to beam me up.
Right.
Come on.
7 minutes now.
I mean,
Can you
I took pictures if you guys are interested.
We're on a countdown here.
Absolutely. You got a Twitter man
6
posted
minutes.
at all.
Yep.
I think we all got
That's quick.
If they did do like teleporter things, I would hope they'd do something original and fresh, and not the same old rehash that we've seen before and so many other things.
Oh yeah. Oh, also
I
to support a little bit that universe thingy, I do agree that it's impossible to run something that is like less complex, but at the same time, like, isn't our universe made up of the most basic things? You know, it's crazy to think about that. And when you think that one of those tiniest things actually made the whole universe itself, it's just like, okay, where did it come from, right? It's too many questions.
So it's like the wrong question.
Yeah, it's kind of
Right.
like, have you heard about this thing that it's like they actually take the 0 number as the absolute number because it can fit every number itself. So it's basically the biggest number ever at the same time, right? And it's like, what? Like, nothing can be created from something, or something can be created.
Now you're getting philosophical, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Now you get into theoretical
Yeah,
physics.
exactly.
Cobra, you didn't tell me you had Elon on.
5 minutes.
You know what I'm just thinking, actually? Thinking about the simulation question. I was just thinking, when people try to wrap their brains around a concept that's a little bit too big, I'm always reminded of like a dog trying to understand what a chair is. You know, what is its function, right? And I'm looking at this question because I have it here. If you were in a simulation, could you run a simulation of a more complex universe than your own? So it's like asking a dog, you know, if you were a dog and you could build a chair, could you build a chair?
Right.
You know, it's like a dog doesn't even comprehend what a chair is. It doesn't mean that a chair can't be made.
That's true.
You know, so it's like, and you're asking if it's not asking if you can create a more complex universe. It's asking if you can run a simulation of a more complex universe.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
And then most of the dogs would piss on the chair leg.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's basically how people play games. You know?
Yeah. Piss on it.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
it's true though.
Let's say you
is
could,
absolutely true.
right? Let's say you could run a simulation more complex than what you were in. How would you know?
Exactly.
You succeeded.
Exactly.
Consciousness.
Right.
Well, you'd have to parse the users. That's what
you'd have to
do.
figure out what the
No.
baseline complexity of your universe was.
You'll
right?
know
Right.
when the trophy pops and you get platinum.
Yeah.
All
There's
right.
pissing on the chair again.
Of course.
Achievement.
It almost seems to link to like that theory of the portals leading to this updated version of No Man's Sky. It's like, if you were in the old No Man's Sky, could you run an updated version of No Man's Sky?
Wow.
That's
You know?
Wow.
That's basically
I think
what
I need
they're
a different
kinda
graphics
saying,
card for
right?
that.
Like,
If you have an partition hard drive, yes.
All right, we are 3 minutes out. I've got
I
the
beat
Twitch channel pulled up, the Waking Titan Twitch channel pulled up. I have the Citizen Science Division website pulled up. So we'll see.
This is a whole lot of buildup for if nothing happens.
Nothing, they're probably not going to. What I envision, what may happen is they might broadcast on Twitch with Elizabeth again, but it might be in a comfortable viewing time for everybody to see it. So that's probably what's going to happen. But just in case, we're hanging on for another 2 more minutes, and then we're going to see what's going on. And they'll probably end the stream if nothing. But
they'll go live. They'll go live with phase 2 at like midnight 05.
Right.
The stream will cut in a minute later. It's just like, hey,
are we at the max like sort of saturation time between Europe and North and South America?
What do you mean saturation time?
Like to where everybody, from both sides of the continent, you have people that are waking up that represents a larger number, and then you have people that are just going to sleep but they're not asleep yet. There's a large number, No.
I think if they want to be seen like right now, then now's up a good time. But like we said before, it's the ARG is being hosted by people in Montreal. A company in Montreal, so
maybe
they're on the same time as us.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Vita Bean wants a countdown timer. I don't know how much good it's going to do at this point. Oh Lord!
I'm shooting
just count down an hour
on a freighter. It's pretty cool.
And every time the hour's done, just restart it.
Right.
This is more exciting than New Year's.
I like
What? Oh my god!
Nothing.
Prepare the fireworks. Yeah.
I like Sirius says I'm written my email. So
I just fell out the bottom of my freighter.
I mean, wouldn't that be actually funny if it would said, "Okay, guys, the universe is just closing up. Thank you very much for playing the game."
Like, you don't have to.
Here we go. 10 seconds. Woo!
Email's ready to go.
Oh gosh, if that happens, I'll be.
I'm refreshing.
All right, let's see what's blocked. Let's see what happens.
Here we go.
Let's refresh.
Oh, we did it.
Oh, there it is.
It's
And-
midnight in Montreal.
Oh my god! No, I'm joking.
What does it say?
I got an email.
Really?
Take
No,
a
don't
email.
you dare, don't.
No,
I'm messing with you. I didn't get shit.
This is
I
going to be
got
one of
an
the
email,
funniest
but it's from
videos
Facebook.
in
Boy, you're
2017.
gonna get lynched. I got an email. Kill him.
You're telling me I got replies.
This is going to be the 20th funniest video in 2017. Everybody waiting for a countdown, and nothing happened.
We'll wait 3 hours.
It's 12 o'clock.
all over again.
Gosh, nothing
Why
happened.
not? Yeah.
Countdown that doesn't exist.
Try this.
Oh, you
I've
gotta
lost
wait
track of time now.
You gotta wait for the DNS service to update, man. Give it like 15 seconds.
And
Cobra,
spam
start
that
the time.
refresh button.
I gotta open up AOL.
People still use AOL?
Yeah, I use AOL.
Who uses AOL?
Nobody
Me.
should be using that.
Somebody said
y'all
Happy New
It's
No
like
Man's Sky.
$6 a month
Put
now.
that thing away.
I'm still on CompuServe.
Peaceful Gamer is going to be the first one that's going to know what happens because he's got some kind of thing on the website that will tell him when something changes.
Oh, that's a bot.
He's
Yeah,
got the
it's just a
connections.
plugin for. I know everything. It's just a plugin for.
You have an Atlas plugin.
Firefox. Yes. Dude, that almost sounded wrong.
I know.
Like ass plug something. That was weird.
What?
It's late.
Stop it.
PG, keep it PG, PG.
PG.
You got mail. You got mail.
Well, it's after.
Oh no.
It's the adult.
Oh, I wish my AOL did that.
It's from Sean Murray.
Suckers.
Well, I'm in the game and I'm floating down and I'm not gonna hit this planet and I'm bummed. I'm gonna have
How
to
could you miss a
re-rest.
planet?
We got
Yeah, I
nothing
know,
to
right?
do now.
You
Website is
run
still
out of,
nothing. Nothing's live on
jetpack.
Twitch.
I've got nothing on Steam.
I've got nothing in the game other than floating down.
Blank.
I got a rock.
I got a big old planet that I'm not gonna ever hit.
I got a whole bunch of people waiting for something to happen.
Sean Murray
God.
actually showed up at my house. That's
Only
crazy.
if y'all went to some of the planets I've named. Oh my god, I would name everything something ridiculous. Including the rocks. I would name the rocks and trees.
See what happens.
You gotta give it like 15 minutes. He didn't even wake up. Sean has to wake up. Whoa, whoa. Brush your teeth quick.
Okay, so I don't think anything's gonna happen. What do you guys think? How long should we give it?
I think something has
I feel like
happened.
something's gonna happen in the
We've
morning.
been here for hours and nothing has gone on.
It'll probably wait until it's stupid like
Someone make something happen.
Someone make something happen.
Let me just
Yeah.
run this.
Right, we should
Alright.
have had a
Floating
plan
in
B.
space.
How
I mean,
about we
I-
run a
I-
simulation?
I wonder how
Nothing even has to happen. It's just like the enthusiasm that is like so cool about it.
The hype is happening.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, really, the only people that care about this is those of us who played No Man's Sky anyway. So
Right.
That's right. Doesn't matter. We can get as giddy like little schoolgirls as we want.
I have never been a schoolgirl. I don't know about the rest of you.
Well,
I chose one heck of a day to join a subcast for my first one.
Well, yeah, it's right for a big.
chat, we are not role playing as schoolgirls. Quit it. Where's Boone?
I don't know about you.
Where is Boone? Gosh, Banhammer. All right.
What? What happened?
No, nothing. I was making.
Oh.
Have you
Where are
assumed
the
my
old gods
roleplay?
at?
Seriously. Like Khonshu.
I guess we're the new gods.
God,
We're gonna make our own simulated universe.
Yeah.
You know, I
one
really
time,
kind of
hey,
thought an email would come
We'll
through.
be sending them new emails. That's what we should do. When we send them an email ever again, we should name ourselves the new gods.
the new guys.
See if
That's
they
funny.
reply to that.
I'll tell you what, we were so immersed when we were chasing RF that he left us a comball one time after I think he sat on a planet for like 5 days, and we're sitting there like waking titans, right? We're like, when's he gonna move? You know? And he moved, and he dropped he dropped a comball that said, "Meet," or I want to meet Khonshu. You know? We're like, what the fuck is Khonshu? You know?
Tyler Thunder says, Cobra, what do you think new Hello Games IP would be like? I don't know.
Oh.
They went from Joe Danger to No Man's Sky, so that's a question that I don't
big
even
jump,
I can't answer.
What is
Big
Joe?
jump.
No, nobody likes Joe Danger.
Oh, I loved
Joe
it. I
Danger.
played it.
Am I the, okay. All right.
Never
Oh, I
played
love it.
I never played
I bought it.
I've never played
I bought
it either.
to support.
All right.
What kind of game is Joe Danger? I never played.
Man, I think if you want to get inside their heads, you got to like kind of play their other games a little bit, at least a little bit, you know? And so it's totally worth it anyway. It's all their little games are really awesome.
Joe Danger is like it's like a side-scrolling obstacle, yeah, Daredevil race course kind of thing.
Right.
It's really
like a fun cartoon type of thing.
It's like a Excite bike on your cell phone.
So it's a side-scrolling platformer, basically, then.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've never.
Nothing like No Man's Sky.
Absolutely nothing.
All right, is this going to go down as the saddest video in Cobra TV history?
It was kind of a long shot.
We can all go
get a
take
lot
a
of
nap and
visuals.
then wake up and then
So
go
many
back
souls
over it.
cried that night.
Not with Panda on the call.
Oh my god.
So how late are you gonna? Who's gonna stay up all night waiting for something to happen?
Me?
You are.
I'm probably going to be up, but we're probably going to end the stream here in a minute.
Right.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll definitely be up.
Until 10 in the morning.
I got a
for
few
a couple
videos
hours,
I want
probably.
to edit and get up online.
I love how before the stream covers all like, yeah, we're not going to be doing any 3-hour stream tonight.
I'm sorry, dude. You could have jumped off, man.
No,
I would have
know.
totally understood it.
I'm just playing. I just thought it was funny that here I am. I'm still. Of course, I want to see what happens at midnight.
Yeah.
Nothing
Of
happened.
course, it's not midnight where I'm at.
Well,
Yeah, it's not midnight
it's
here.
not
either.
midnight everywhere, so we got more midnights to come.
It's like the old song, it's 5
There's
o'clock
at
somewhere.
least 12 more midnight.
What time is midnight everywhere?
That's right.
Dude, this is Super Lumina.
Well, you just blew my mind, dude.
It's now, bro.
The space station. What time is
Check
it
your
on the
email.
space station?
We are trapped in time.
Wait, it's not midnight for you?
No,
it's like 11
o'clock.
that galactic time.
Dude, we're in the future. I'm in the future.
You're
Whoa.
talking
Okay,
to
so
us and
nothing
Emily
happens
and everyone
this
else.
whole-
I can totally skip this whole thing.
This
Emily,
whole
stop.
cast is
Stop,
super
Emily.
Luna.
Superlumina. Oh my god.
It's 11 where I'm
mystery
at
show.
too.
Syrian's fading
You
into
know-
the black hole right
Hey,
now.
is Grammy Play says, is anybody watching the eTark site?
No. No.
Ah,
Somebody get
I'll
on
pull
the
it up
There, I
right
think
now.
earlier.
Very good point, Grammy.
Has
You know,
has
Emily's
anyone
watching
been
us,
on
right?
it?
Yeah, Emily's an echo. Yeah. She gone.
Oh.
She going bye bye.
That's why it's called
Well,
Echo. Yeah.
the latest post on eTark was from 2 hours ago, so yeah.
Yeah. Nothing.
Must have been the
here.
janitor.
Right. Cleaning up this bull crap been spewed.
Phase 2 reporting thread.
I think I can
Yeah, let's-
actually
Yeah, I
navigate
saw
space
that.
by doing the melee weapon.
Really? I didn't think about that.
We've
Gosh.
we finally found a use for the
tried.
blaze javelin.
It looks like I'm moving a smidge every time I.
I love how it keeps going back to this.
I want to smidge.
Are you still playing with that glitch?
I am.
Is it that fun?
The
It's
glitch
addicting.
is so incredible.
It's very addicting.
It's
Welcome
pretty
to
pretty
the
fun.
fun.
story of my life.
Like I said, land on an asteroid, best thing ever.
I'm
Yeah.
trying. This is the first time I had like any sort of maneuver.
Has anybody tried a
capability.
blaze javelin with that?
I fell through an asteroid. Everyone
That's a
lied to
little
me.
thruster.
I'm about
Big
to hit an
asteroid.
asteroid. Here it comes. I'm gonna fall through this asteroid. Come on, land on it.
You gotta hit the big ones. The huge.
Oh, you fell through the little one. Okay, I just went through a little one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so
I
I,
think,
need one of the iron ones. Ah,
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
User Viking says, I think we have to wait for all the time zones to pass through, probably. I think you're right.
Oh,
Mm.
no.
Not all.
That's what, 3 more hours?
They'll do it whenever the hell they want to. Right.
What
They've
time
got
is it in
all
Hawaii?
night to do it.
Let me go grab a 6-pack.
In Hawaii, man. Always got to wait on Hawaii.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh
nobody
gosh,
believes
man,
in
that
Hawaii.
would- that's another what, 6 hours or more?
Hey, Cobra, I'm gonna go ahead and head out.
Okay, yeah, we're probably getting into the stream here. Man, it was
Thanks.
a pleasure having you on the show,
No,
dude.
no, really, thanks. This is my first one, and it's been incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
This is
Memories.
Shadow pup.
I chose the
Hey, Cobra.
right day to go into one of these.
Yeah,
we
that's
go.
for sure.
All right,
Enough.
see you
Pretty weird
guys.
show.
See
All right,
ya.
man.
Yeah.
Have fun.
You dude.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and end it.
Cool. Thanks for doing
So-
this.
Panda
man.
Poopy's pooped.
Huh?
Panda Poopy's pooped.
Your panda's poopy pooped.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so does anybody have a YouTube channel they want to shout out or anything before we get off of here?
Cobra TV.
Buddy.
Sure. If you want tons of music, you can check mine for sure.
And what do you call it, buddy?
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna share it just in case. Have it right here.
I haven't put anything on my channel in months.
Yeah, I have a channel, but there's nothing on it.
I have a channel. I play this game. I don't know if anyone knows. It's called No Man's Sky.
Oh, what's that?
Oh my god! Play that game.
I thought I was the only one.
I was
Is it
gonna
any
buy it,
good?
but then it was $60.
You are the only
I thought,
one.
That's too
You're
much.
alone in a universe, Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, you're that guy.
More like No Man's Life.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you should find somebody to play that game with, bro.
Regards. So,
Because it's not me.
I mentioned I played No Man's Sky to a coworker, and the look on his face was priceless. Wish I had a
I've
camera.
gotten that a couple times.
Oh my
Can I
god.
put it in the chat? In
Has,
the
has
Skype?
anybody ever tried to like talk to their coworkers about No Man's Sky?
Yes.
I do all the
Yeah,
time.
it's Jack.
It's
At least once a day.
It's harder to talk about Waking Titan to somebody you don't know.
Oh, I don't even.
man,
I
I forget
haven't
about
even
that.
They
tried.
just give you the stupid look.
Yeah, because you sound like an idiot because you're like, all right, I got to shortcut this and make it quick. And it just doesn't come out right.
every time.
I
That's
just
right.
tell
I'm in my
people there's this really weird
30s.
thing.
I have
going
a child and I
on
play a video game.
Sky.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Yeah. I quit trying to.
Good night, everybody.
Good
All right.
night.
Night.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's been awesome. Anybody that's been on the show is always welcome to come back on. Just message me whenever I'm live and say, hey, add me. You guys can always come back on. There's no one-time shot thing at this. I look forward to having you guys back. Everybody stay safe, keep excited, and something's going to happen today. Just don't know when.
Yeah.
You need to put your tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, that's darn right.
You got the wrong hat on,
mini
Cobra.
stream
I
tomorrow.
know, I got the wrong one.
Let's go medieval. Let's make a whole suit.
Right. Yeah.
Ouch.
That's a good idea.
Phase two is group work in game. You know.
Woo!
I'm just gonna keep pushing that, man. I don't care what you guys say. I'm gonna push it, man. It's all about the storyline. You know, if you,
Yeah.
so I'm about to.
It's a generated narrative. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, so I'm about to go in, and there's this little area of space that, RF, who made this crazy ARG that nobody likes except for the people that played it. There's this area of the galaxy that is extremely explored, very explored. There is a ton of spots out there, and a ton of discoveries. And when you first approach because I have NMC and I've been curious, I went and looked at the hub and center and all this stuff. But I'm telling you, man, it needs more exploration. The problem is it's 180,000 light years out, and it's generally around maybe 100 or 200 light years from where RF pointed us in his last stream to some base by a user named Skell. And so I started looking at the galactic map, which I spent a lot of time in. And I didn't mean to jack this from you, Cobra, but Ghost Hub is what we're calling it, because we haven't been able to find one single base out there. It's almost like a spawn point. And I'm wondering, spawn point, I didn't think spawn points existed, but the incredible number of users out there.
Wow. So for
we've counted probably close to 50 or 60 different users in one spot, and it's like a spider web, throughout all the little regions. So I don't know. I don't run mods except NMC, which only affects your save game file. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. But if you want to figure it out, follow Daffy, Julian DeFern on YouTube, because he's out there right now looking around, or myself. I'm fixing to jump in game after this and go check it out more. I haven't had much time, but thank you, Cobra, for having me on.
Oh man, it's a pleasure, dude. It's always a pleasure to have you on Cold. Yeah, I'm excited. You were messaging me about the Ghost Hub. You told me not to say anything though.
It's a really weird place, and until I kind of looked at it today, again went into the galactic map, kind of looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, man, this is kind of weird. It's 180,000 light years out. What is that? What is that? Go check it out. If you're on PC, I don't know about PS4. I don't play PS4. But if you're on PC, go check it out.
Okay.
It's going to be worth taking a look, because you'll be like, well, where's the bases? And I see all the discoveries, but why? What's happening here? That's the question it's going to leave you. And I haven't figured it out. I don't know.
Okay. Well, definitely check it out. Follow Colt C. Just type in Colt C, No Man's Sky, and the search bar. You'll be able to find him. He's really searchable. Definitely give him some Cobra love. Subscribe. He's got great content, and with all the other YouTubers I got on here, Iceman Third ID, Syrian Gaming, Peaceful Gamer, who you could follow on Twitter. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he does have lightning quick.
How dare you? I do have a YouTube channel.
Well, I didn't mean that.
But I don't have any current content. It's been months.
Everybody's got a YouTube channel.
How dare you, sir?
And anybody else that has Tim the Scarecrow?
Yes.
Tim the Scarecrow. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Check out these amazing people. Rude TV, right? He's not there.
Hello.
Rude TV. He's on YouTube as well. Great people. And I thank everybody who came out to the chat and watched the show and got involved in the chat and got into the video that didn't have a chance to call in or just couldn't. Thank you guys. And let's just reconvene tomorrow and see what happens. I don't know if we'll be doing a subcast, but I'll definitely be able to be reached on Twitter. You can get me that way or on Facebook. Links are in the description below. And hopefully Waking Titan will put me to work tomorrow and make a video. We'll see.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, guys. Gonna close it down. Love y'all. Thank you for coming out.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Good night, all.
Peace out.
Good night.
All right. Bye, everyone.